Happy Friday, guys. Happy Friday, guys. As you walk in, please make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember to click all because we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time, like always. Thank you for tuning in to Cal Culture Radio. Of course, it's Freestyle Friday. Hakeem Jordan, what's going on? What's going on? What is going on?
Living the dream.
Hey man, feeling good, feeling great. It's Friday, the weekend's here, so we about to get it rock and rolling. So let's go, let's get it, let's get it.
Yeah, like I mentioned it earlier, it is Freestyle Friday. So Freestyle Friday mean for the people that's new to the audience, it pretty much means that we do different variety of topic and a rapid and fire speed. Not only that, but it's freestyle, so we just go wherever we feel fit. We just go with it. So, like always, Jordan, we still got our two main topic that we always talk about. So, what's going on? What's going on in the sports world? What's going on over there, big dog?
Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's go to the WNBA. So we are at the almost at the half mark of the WNBA, and the two rookies that we like to talk about is Caitlin Clark and Andrew Reese. And so far, they're doing a good job. Right now, Chicago Skies, which Andrew Reese plays, they have the 7th seed. And Clayton Clark and Indiana Fever, they have the 8th seed. So how's it looking right now? They both can make it to the playoffs. But right now, we want to talk about how the Rookie of the Year because they have been making noise. If you look like Caitlin Clark's stats, she's averaging almost 17 points a game, 6 rebounds and 7 assists. I have a steal and a half for Caitlin Clark, and Caitlin Clark, she was leading the league in the system, but now she's number 2 at leading the league in assists and everything. And also for Angel Reese, oh my gosh, she's having a monster rookie season as well. She's averages almost 14 points, 12 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal and a half. With Angel Reese, I think she has broken the record of Candace Parker to have the most double doubles, not just for the rookie, but just for in WNBA history. She already broke the rookie record. I think she was like at the making that eighth or ninth straight. But like I said, about 5 6 days ago, she broke the WNBA record for the most double doubles in a season as an NBA as a WNBA player as a rookie. And I believe last week, Caitlin Carr, she had a triple double, and she was the first rookie to have a triple double as a WNBA rookie as well. So these two are really on fire right now. But we know for the women's Olympic teams, they both are not on the Olympic team. They are both on the All-Star team, but they're not on the U.S. women's team. So to me, that's kind of sad, but it is what it is. But other than that, this race is halfway there. It's getting close, but hey. And these two women rookies, they are neck and neck for the rookie of the year. So let's see. I'm gonna hear from you guys. I know it's on the halftime of the season, but let's start with you, Ronnie. Who you think is right now is the front runner for the rookie of the year? Caitlin Clark or Angel Reese?
Now, but shout out to Abide with Big Heavy Podcast is in the building. Great to see you, my dog. Ain't see you a long time. And also the lovely Barbie Brown. She said, Jordan, how can she say, Sky is home. He is home.
Praise the Lord.
So that's really good news. That's good, something to really smile about on this Friday evening. I'm not gonna lie. Good. That is great news. I'm happy for Sherry, Gorilla, and also on you, Bobby, that he's home and he's doing well. That's all that matters. So,
That's all that's
Jordan,
important.
go ahead. How can you say something?
No, I said that's all that's important.
That's all that's important. So, like I always say, prayer does work. Doesn't matter. 2 or 3. That's all you need. It's gonna work. So Jordan, and Hakeem, I agree. I'm being honest. It's gonna go to Caitlin Clark. This is the reason why. Caitlin Clark is getting most of the media attention. They say as soon as she come in the NBA, even though Angela Reed, don't get me wrong, I think she's amazing. She also been doing like doubles and triple double during her game. But Caitlin Clark, they say she's gonna make an impact in the WNBA, and I'm not gonna lie, both of them have. But majority of the media attention been on Caitlin Clark. She's been because they call her like the new Steph Curry of the WNBA. The Steph Curry pretty much the women's version. So that's why I say when soon they mention that, I'm like she automatically gonna get Rookie of the Year. And I don't care what her stats would have been. I don't care if she would have had only one triple double in the whole season. She still would have got it because it's the impact she made soon as she came in there. And not only that, mind you, Jordan, between all the attack from all the other WNBA players, the women, and also the media, I'm like they're gonna give it to her. Whether we like it or not, they're gonna give it to her. But don't get me wrong, Angela Reed. I want to make it clear. She is having a phenomenal season. She's averaging about what I think like 10 to 15 points a game. I think like 10 rebound, 8 to 6, 6 to 6. So she's doing her thing. But this year, right now, it's gonna go to her. I think Angela Reed will get the next one. The next coming around. But this one's going to Cleveland Clark. Go ahead on, Hakeem.
I'm gonna agree with everything you said 100%. The hate, the attacks, just only bringing Clayton Clark star power. I had to watch her play a couple times. I could see what people are talking about, and it's just the factor is no matter how good Angel Reese is does she has that star power? Or are there people rooting behind her? And this is something that I'm gonna tell people. We'll get mad about Angel Reese not there, but black folks ain't supporting her like white folks are supporting Clayton Clark. Are we buying her jersey? Are we running her numbers up? Clayton Clark numbers are running up is because of white folks.
Good point. That's a good point. Great good point.
I don't want to hear nobody say that, oh, they're not giving her a fair shot. The WNBA, only thing they can do is give you a platform. It's the audience that decides. So a lot of people
Preach.
get and say that, oh, she's not getting her just buy fucking tickets, buy her jersey, clip her shows, clip her plays. Do that. I've only seen nothing but Clayton Clark. If we start to compare numbers, and that's it, and that's all I got to say on that.
I'll say this. Looking at the stats, this is tough. It's
Angela
tough.
Reed has the better stats. Angela do has the better stats.
Angel Reese has the stats, the double wise. Also with Angel Reese, she leads the league in offensive rebounding. She's like
Correct.
35 more offensive rebounds than anybody in the league. Even including the best player in the NBA, which is A'ja Wilson for the Las Vegas Aces. How's
Mm-hmm.
it looking right now? Angel Reese does have a shot. She does have a strong shot, but if Caitlin Clark can really move and groove, keep shooting the threes, keep making her teammates better, it will be more likely Caitlin Clark might win the Rookie of the Year. But I'll tell you this: if you don't watch Angel Reese play, she is a dog. She's starting to shoot threes a little bit, and she has that black mama mentality. And I'm telling you, I can see Angel Reese in the next 3 to 5 years if she create her own shot and she starts shooting threes, she could be the best player in the NBA. She could be better than Caitlin Clark because of her size, because she's 6'3". And Caitlin Clark, she's about 6 foot, 5'11" to 6 foot, and all that. I really believe Angel Reese, how she, like I said, with the rebounding, she is a tremendous force when it comes to rebounding. How she moves with her footwork, how she gets offensive rebounds, how she get defensive rebounds, also how she get the ball and scoop the scores and everything, and how I see her grind in the ground out with her game and everything, and also Angel Reese, and she is a trash talker. If she starts trash talking, she got you in the groove and everything. And like I said, I know Caitlin Carr. She can shoot threes. She not just she can shoot threes. Caitlin Carr is a great passer. She can see the floor. She is an unbelievable passer. But but Angel Reese can really grow her game, get her a shot, I can see her be the best WNBA player in the league in the next 5 years. She could be better than Caitlin Clark. Go ahead, Hakeem.
So I agree with everything you say, but the issue is public opinion.
Correct.
And not only has good you is, a lot is determined on how much the fans are rooting behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Is niggas supporting her and running up the bag?
They are supporting Clayton. I agree.
They
They
are. They
are
are.
supporting.
I, I,
They're
I,
supporting
I would
her
say
heavy.
that. I would say that. Hakeem, you have a point, but the thing is, it's like if you look at Angel Reese, marketability, she's way better than Caitlin
Oh,
Clark.
100%.
You could definitely market better on Angel Reese than Caitlin Clark.
100%.
That's why I give Angel Reese a little bit more of an advantage because she's more of a marketable type of player and everything. But I'll tell you this. Like I said, Caitlin Clark, she's like I said, she's this next Steph Curry. She was the #1 pick. You know, with the ratings and everything, she leads. You know, without her, the ratings would be big as that. Not just her, injuries too, with the Chicago Sky's and everything. And I know that Caitlin Clark, she's bringing revenue to the NBA. However, Angel Reese, she has the marketability now. Give her a couple years, and I guarantee you, she's going to be up there with Caitlin Clark even better. It could work out.
No, no, but shout out to Aston Williams that's also in the building. Great to see you, my brother. I know
That's
you
the
had
winning.
a terrible scare, but it's great to see that you and your family are well.
Yes, sir.
Prayers is working all over this week. It's great to see you, my brother. We still sending our prayers to you because a lot of people was impacted in the Houston storm. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm just glad that you're doing well. I'm glad you guys are doing well and your internet is back on. So just let us know if you're going live tonight. We'll promote you. If not, just let us know when you're going back live again because I know you're still trying to settle in after the storm. So because a lot of people was impacted from that storm. It's still Jordan Hakeem. It's still a million people still without power.
Yeah,
Thousands of
it's
people still
crazy.
without power.
Yeah.
Man, Houston, it's crazy,
Mm-hmm.
but Mother Nature take its course. But not only that, but shout out to also the lovely Natasha Vincent, the mom mother is also in the building. Not only that, but Mr. Muhammad is also in the building. Shout out to those that's
Whoa.
watching us on Facebook, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch. You guys are in the building. Actually, I'm gonna say I appreciate my power is still out.
Okay. So you must be
No
watching.
worries, though.
So you must be watching us on the phone still. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, but just take your time. Actually, now you can see that YouTube ain't going anywhere. So just take your time, make sure
Yeah.
like you and your family are safe. And I also hear that other companies are getting involved too, having in the family that's in need. So that's also good too. So if people want to donate, I could Google and see how y'all can help out with people that's also impacted from the Houston storm. So, and Natasha, yeah, I'm great to be back. So that being said, Jordan, I don't know you and Hakeem had any final comments with Angela Reeves and this and that, but I'm just saying it's gonna be a battle between them two. To me,
Mm-hmm.
both of them are changing the game, but I think it favor more Caitlin Clark because, like Hakeem said, she's highly promoted by other basketball players in the NBA and also people outside, which is celebrities. So that's why I see
I
her
will
getting
say
it.
this one more
But I'll
thing.
be shocked if Angela Reeves
I'll
get
say
it.
this
Go
one
ahead.
more thing. I'll give you one more thing. If Angel Reese had a shot, if Angel Reese get the #8 spot and
Hmm.
Caitlin Clark doesn't, if that will give
Yeah,
Angel
I think it give more
more
leverage. Yeah,
momentum of win the Rookie of the Year. If
I
Angel,
agree with that.
if it comes to that final spot and Angel Reese take it for the Chicago Skies, it will give better momentum to Angel Reese.
Good,
But
good point.
we'll see.
We'll see. Not only that, but moving forward, guys. You already know what time it is. Joy, let's talk about this money. How can I increase my moolah?
Let's talk about money. Let's talk about money. So we're going to talk about how a big event can impact a city. And you guys don't know, back a few months ago, the NFL draft was in Detroit,
Correct.
and Detroit set a record for the most people to come and visit the NFL draft in the whole weekend. They broke a record. I think the first one was in Philly. They had a #1 spot in Detroit.
Hmm.
They beat that, and now the reports came out on how much money they made. The city of Detroit made. So according to reports, that 3-day weekend of the NFL draft, um, the city of Detroit, accumulated $213 million, which is fantastic. And I want to break down, like when it comes to events, when it comes to like Super Bowl, Olympics. It'll be here in LA in 2028. Any type of big events, football festivals, and everything. I want you guys people to realize when you have a big event coming to your city, like Detroit or Miami or LA, New York, whatever. When it comes to big events, you can see that big events can really, really help a city build up their economy. When it comes to restaurants, when it comes to nightclubs, when it comes to
Hmm.
bars, when it comes to hotels, when it comes to resorts, but big like NFL draft. I think next year it's gonna be in Green Bay, Green Bay, and other events. It's big for cities, especially cities like Detroit, and how NFL goes to small cities. It was in Kansas City, I think, the other year. It was in Las Vegas, and next year it's going to Green Bay. And then, not just the NFL draft, but events. It really helped generate the city economically and everything, at which everybody in that community, they build on their wealth on what happened on that weekend. So I just want to talk about this. This is very, very important, how an event like the NFL draft can bring so much people and really help the city's economy. So go ahead, King, play the clip on about how Detroit generate the revenue, how well the event went, and how they generate the money. After that, we'll chop it up.
Begin this afternoon with the economic boom for Metro Detroit. Today we learned the historic NFL draft is pumping tens of millions of dollars into our communities. Thank you for joining us. I'm Glenda Lewis.
And I'm Simon Shakett. Visit Detroit, laying out the impact of the draft in a new study. It shows $213 million in total economic impact, including $161 million from visitors to Detroit. 7 News Detroit
reporter Darren Cunningham spoke with Visit Detroit, businesses, and people around the Motor City.
A massive record-setting crowd at the NFL draft, leading to a massive financial impact. People spent more than $200 million in this region as a result of the NFL draft, according to a study published by Washington University in St. Louis.
$160 million of that $200 million was from people outside of Southeast Michigan, people that traveled over 100 miles away to come here. I think that's the critical piece, because that's money that wasn't part of Southeast Michigan being recycled.
Claude Molinari, president and CEO of Visit Detroit, says much of that is new money coming to the region, helping the local economy, since 30% of draft attendees drove more than 100 miles to be here. He says the NFL spent $12 million for services provided by minority businesses.
Companies that saw a big boost, they can then reinvest that into more merchandise for their stores, or to expand, or to hire more people, which then can, is a multiplier effect moving forward.
Some local businesses say that study makes perfect sense because they saw the results firsthand.
I think people really got the experience what Detroit's about.
Tom Technos, owner of Hudson Cafe on Woodward, says on the average Thursday and Friday, his restaurant serves about 400 to 500 guests per day. During the draft, he saw 12 to 1,500 per day.
I think the draft kind of opened up the doors for a lot of people. People to kind of experience what Detroit is, right? The resilience and resurgence.
I checked with other businesses in the downtown area, and not everyone saw a bump, but the overall sentiment of the draft's impact is positive.
Bringing in different people and bringing that financial positive impact is really good for the city of Detroit.
Detroit is by far the greatest city I've ever been to.
Stacey Payton has lived in the city for 5 years. The nephew of NFL great Walter Payton and former Detroit Lion Eddie Payton says he attended the draft and patronized a number of food trucks during that week.
I went to a couple of pre-draft events, so I contributed to some of that money. I contributed to some of the economic boom myself. Yes, sir, I did.
For more details about the study, we've got you covered at WXYZ.com. In downtown Detroit, Darren Cunningham, 7 News Detroit.
Yeah, so shout out to Detroit. They hosted very, very well of the NFL draft. Everything went well. Like I said, they broke records, and it brought a whole lot of revenue for the city of Detroit, which is good news for the city of Detroit. City of Detroit, they're rising as a phoenix right now. They're really doing a good thing. So go ahead, Hakeem. Explain how events can help really can help a city out, like what happened in Detroit.
No, 100. So this is a great example of dollars being flown in and circulating within the city. We here in Miami, we've experienced that many times. We have people coming here in and out. New businesses get started here all the time. So 233 million is a big impact to places that didn't get patronized, places that there's new buildings, new roads, new anything. Let's not forget hotels, taxes, and stuff like that. revitalize their neighborhood. But it has to be consistent, though, for the city to be on another level. And another good thing is, too, if the city can ride this wave and do things to attract people to move here, then it can be on a level where we go. Detroit has always been a great city with its issues. But, they have to get their economics together.
Yeah, that I agree. Not only that, but remember you got to keep it in mind too. When all these businesses left, the only thing they have left is pretty much these sports events. It's race cars, basketball, Major League Baseball. All these sports events is kind of what's helping. It's pretty much helping the economy within the community. So that's what I'm saying. Like that, I say people don't understand how important it is when the job market, when you have businesses leave a city, is not good. That's why I say you got to make sure the taxes benefit the businesses because soon they leave, it hurts that city economy. But now with these sports events, I would say shout out to Detroit. They're doing a good job. Not only that, but I also heard about even downtown Detroit. They changing things around. I think the basketball team, the basketball stadium, the baseball stadium, they're doing an amazing thing over there in downtown Detroit. So Detroit itself, it seems like it's going back to that old school Motown where it used to be back in the days in the '60s when it was like pretty much one of the powerhouse. So for them to have that big event and for people to come out and spend money, spend American dollars, and keep the money circulating, like I can say throughout the community, it's really, really good. You guys just continue to keep that trace going all throughout the city. Not only that, but shout out to Hassan. It is what it is. TV is also in the building. Also, Rufus True is also in the building. Great to see you guys that y'all coming in. Great to see you guys. Great to see you guys. So let's just keep that thing going. I hope they never get that away. And I was going to mention it too. It was one incident where there was I think a a major league all star event was going to happen. I think in Atlanta, it got canceled. I don't know if it was in Atlanta. I could be mistaken, but
No,
it
you're
got
right.
canceled.
It's in Atlanta. You're right.
I think it was in Atlanta, and they heard it Atlanta for the whole week because I forgot what I don't know. It was like during the pandemic. I don't know. It was after the pandemic, but I know during that time it really hurt Atlanta economy, and to the point that the mayor was trying to talk to them, they still say no, and they went somewhere else. So that's something to really think about. Go ahead, Jordan.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Detroit, man. I've heard that over like 30% of the people that was there to go to the draft, they traveled through cars over 100 miles an hour, which cities like Indianapolis, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Chicago, Milwaukee, they're all within a 100-mile radius. And it's good, and also people that travel, not just here in America, but it's people who travel from countries as well. I think from the UK, from France, from South America, because we have football France there. And it's good to see, other countries go to a big event. It's in the city of Detroit, and also Canada, which is right across the river as well. Can't forget about Canada. It's right across the Detroit River, to come and see the city and see how as well as Detroit, really hosts the NFL draft and everything. And you're right, Ronnie. They're downtown. They're building new things. I believe GM they're building a new headquarters downtown and everything. Also, when it comes to like all the sports teams, Detroit City is the only city in the United States where all four major sports teams are like really 2 blocks away from each other. So once the Lions are good, but once the Detroit Red Wings, Detroit Pistons, and the Tigers, they start getting well and everything, you will see a lot more money generated into the city as well. Also, Detroit, they got some nice restaurants there, casinos. You got Greektown, you got Motor City, and you got MGM Grand that's there too with the casino as well. So, like I said, good to see the city of Detroit really, shining their light, which they could generate money because, as you guys know, LA, everybody's going to visit LA. Everybody's going to visit New York. Everybody's going to visit Las Vegas. Everybody's going to visit Miami, because, of the popularity of the city and everything. Also San Francisco. But it's really see a city like Detroit really getting their name out there, and really people are coming to visit and see they enjoy it. And hopefully, they'll come to more of everything because, Detroit, and not just that, Detroit, they got really good music festival. They got a jazz festival. They have like I think every August or every September. It's one of the best jazz festivals out there and everything. You know, because and yeah, Detroit, we have really good music festivals in Detroit. So yeah, man, shout out to Detroit, man, doing their thing and bring their money into the city. Go ahead, Muhammad. You lived in Detroit, so you got a lot more to say about Detroit as well, man. Go ahead, Well,
I think you have an internet connection issue.
internet connection.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Genesis.
Yeah, she lives in Detroit. Yes.
313. She knows. She said new black-owned restaurants on the city. Yep, exactly. As he said, we have one of the world's largest outdoor roller rinks. Yep, that's true.
That's I need to visit Detroit. I haven't visited Detroit yet, but that's one of my goals to go and visit Detroit. That was it. There's a lot of great places in the United States that people should go and travel. Get out of your community and go travel into other communities. As you can see, their environment. I'm telling you, this world is big, and also the United States is really big. Go ahead.
I will say we will be there. I will be there next year to celebrate my daughter's first birthday. That's
in Detroit. Nice.
Celebrate all my family.
Nice.
So yeah, we will be there next year for sure.
So it's like a family reunion. And
exactly. You can say that.
Muhammad have an issue, but even if Muhammad comes back, we'll just go back and deep dive back into it and like that. But like always, shout out to Genesis at the Dark, who's also in the building. Great to see you, sweetheart. And also Mimi is also in the building.
He's in here.
You with the love. Ooh, love is in the air. I don't know where Hakeem at. Normally you do your introduction, but I don't see him. Hakeem been high lately.
I'm here.
So he been high lately. So I don't know what he be up to. Yeah. So Muhammad, I know you having internet connection. You just completely drop off and come back in. Is the signal you in whatever area that you're in? You having that issue? But Mimi came and say, hey, hey, y'all, hey, that's our favorite song. Happy Friday. It is. Happy Friday, guys. Friday, guys, make sure you get your cups up. Make sure you get your drinks up. Make sure you drive responsibly. I have to put that disclaimer out there. If you're drinking, try responsibly, because I don't want to be like, oh, chaos saw us a drink and get turned up. Nope. Drive responsibly, because we're about to get ready to deep dive into these different varieties of topics. Like always, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember to click all, because we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Like I said, we're about to get ready to hit you already know, hit the topic. Hakeem already put the link in the chat. I think he wants you guys to come on because it's Friday. He wants you guys to relax, come up here and join in with us. So you guys feel free to dive in with the conversation with us. So Mohammed, your connection's okay? If not, then we could. I don't know. He's still having an issue. Hakeem. I don't know. Call him and tell him he's still having issues.
Yeah. Muhammad, if you can, try to go back to your house and sit down. I don't know if you got Wi-Fi and everything. Because I know if you walk around with your phone, I don't know if your signal is having issues and everything. But yeah, like I said, keep trying, Muhammad. We'll get you in here.
No, but that being said, moving forward to Jordan, what you got? What you got until Muhammad get himself situated? Go right ahead.
All right, let's go. Let's get it. Let's start off. We're gonna start with Joe Biden. I'm gonna talk about Joe Biden. So if you guys don't know what happened in the last couple of days, something's not right here. Something wrong with our president. It's something not right here. So yesterday, somebody asked him a question about Vice President Kamala Harris. You know what he said? This man said, Vice President Trump. Something's not right here. And then again, he talked about the U.S. President of Ukraine. He called the U.S. President of Ukraine Putin for Russia. Something's not right here.
He's old.
He's old. I think he's losing it right there. And remember, we had a debate. He got doing all that too. Something's not right here. Something's not right here. But like I said, we do not to say we got proof for you guys too. We have 2 clips of him calling Ukraine Putin, President Putin, and also naming Vice President Kamala Harris Vice President Trump. How can you play that clip, please? We got to talk about it.
That proved my point. I told people Trump was vice president.
Look, I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, but I think she was not qualified to be president. So let's start there. Look, I wouldn't have picked Vice.
Oh my God.
I've said before, Russia will not prevail in this war. Ukraine will prevail in this war, and we'll stand with them every single step of the way. That's what the compact says, loudly and clearly. And now I want to hand it over to the president of Ukraine, who has as much courage as he has determination. Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin. President Putin is going to beat President Putin. President Zelensky. I'm so focused on beating Putin, we got to worry about it. Anyway, Mr. President, you are a hell of a lot better.
Thank you so much, Mr. President.
Natasha, stop. She said,
Natasha,
respect your elderly. Respect your.
Natasha, but still, our president of the United States of America should not be making mistakes like that, back to back. Come on now, you don't know your name of your president, your vice president? There's something's not ringing right here. Something's wrong. Ronnie, please help me out. What's wrong with Joe? What the hell?
It's nothing wrong. It just shows that his dementia is really manifesting itself, and not that what everybody been saying that it's time for him to hang up his coat and to give it to his adversary, Trump. Tell Trump, hey, go ahead, run the country, and I see have a good term. Biden right now is not capable of running the country, and like what Trump said in the debate, which is I totally agree with him. He mentioned in the debate, this country became a laughing stock of the whole world. People, mind you, people are watching that was the NATO conference. People were watching. He mentioned Kamala Harris as Trump being the vice president. That is crazy. It's making us a laughing stock of the whole world, and that's not a good image for the United States. No, especially as we one of the biggest powerhouse in the world. So I think the Congress, the Supreme Court, the House, the Senate, all of them need to get together and realize that Biden is not capable of running the country for another term. If let's say if he win again, give it up to the vice president. No, no. But I did send a clip to my family and stuff because it was just, to me, it was just hilarious. I sent it to all my family and friends. We was just laughing about it because it's just showing that we became a laughing stock of the whole world, and it's not cool. Shout out to First Times for also being in the building. I agree with Ronnie. Go ahead, Akin.
Just to agree with what you're saying. The man is not capable of running the country. He wasn't capable of running the country before he even got elected. Policies, his track record has proven this so far. For anybody who's voting emotionally and not making sense, we are in a position right now because of your votes and the electoral votes. The man should have never ran this country. We're in worse a position than we was 4 years ago. Let's make America great again.
When I saw that on the videos, I was looking at the comments, and there were some comments that saying, I don't care. This one comment said, I don't call. He calls by President Obama. I'm still voting for him. As I just can't believe the state that we in right now with our president who has dementia, and the cabinet's not doing nothing about it, and they try to trick us into saying that Joe Biden is fine. He is not fine. We all know that he's not fine. We were knowing this for a while that he's not fine. This man cannot. I'm sorry, I can't have a president who has dementia like that because he can't give full sentencing. And then when the next debate comes back, I think it's in September, it might be worse. It might be another laughing stock. It's just crazy, man. I mean, we just in crazy time. We have a convicted felon, Donald Trump, and an old man, our president who has dementia, is our president, and they're running for election, which is crazy right now, 2024. But hey, man. All I gotta say, I can't wait till November 3rd. That's all I can say. I can't wait till November.
Y'all gotta say, take a deep breath. On First Time, say people are still stuck on Trump is a racist. That's it. Remember, that's their slogan. Trump is a racist. So they think if I vote for Trump, I mean I'm a racist. That's the issue we're having within the United States right now with this political war, with this political battle. Trump is a racist. Biden is not. Both of them to me is those it makes no sense. And then not only that, but you see the condition of this man, and yet people still think he can still run the country. I'm saying they're making the United States laughable, and that's not good because we all. So you are a United States citizen, you are an American. You gotta stand. We gotta stand firm to that. We all are American, whether we like it or not. Unless you give up your citizenship, which most people ain't gonna do it. I can enjoy. Most people ain't gonna give up their citizenship.
No.
So we have to respect this country. We are American. And I don't like the fact that we're being a laughing stock. That's not good because other countries they don't play that. They make sure they're not the laughing stock, and that's including Russia, Ukraine, not sorry, Russia, China, you name it. Sugar, look, Sugar Bun come in and troll. She like y'all not American. Well, my citizenship say I am. So
I love
sorry.
my country. I don't know what Sugar Bun talking about. I love my country.
Basically,
Look, she just joking. She like, hey, Chaos. Hey, Sugar Bun, great to see you. I heard you were talking a lot of crap while I was away. Now I'm back. Now I got time you're behind because I know Hakeem and them scared of you. I ain't scared of you. So, but now that, but Muhammad still having an internet connection. Hakeem, I told you, I think you should call him and tell him like, it's a signal he's in, so he'll know like, hey, like, oh, like he's still having an issue. Keep logging him in and out.
Yo, Muhammad, can you hear us?
No,
Muhammad.
he's frozen.
He's frozen.
Oh.
But go ahead. Sugar Mom say, I was saying where Ronnie at. Ronnie was on vacation. You know me. I like to go on my vacations. So okay, I was making sure because I was gonna get ready to time you out. But go ahead, Jordan. Moving forward, but yeah, if the people vote for Biden again, I'm telling you, that's when it's gonna be the real downfall of America. Go ahead, Jordan.
All right, on to the next topic. Oh, this is something serious right here. So, 2 women are facing murder charges after killing their sugar daddy. Used his severe thumb to steal money from his bank account. I'm gonna give you a little detail. So, 2 women are facing murder charges after killing and dismembering a man in Washington D.C. in April, and that's not even the worst part. One of the women used his severe thumb to steal money from his bank account and purchase Uber rides, marijuana, and booze. Wow. One girl, her name is Tiffany Gray, 22, and another woman, she's 53 years old. Her name is Faisal Ted. I'm sorry, I can't say her last name. I'm gonna butcher her name. No, I'm sorry. It's the man who was 53 years old was found dead inside a Washington D.C. apartment. One witness told police Tiffany worked as a sex worker and that she's described the guy as her sugar daddy, but those claims have yet to be verified by police. The victim's family created a GoFundMe page and said the guy was a married father of 2 and was found in his room with stab wounds, multiple blunt force fractures to his head, and missing his right thumb. Oh wow, he had a 2 life. But other than that, Hakeem, play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
Why don't be telling people my secret. Don't delete that comment. Why don't tell people my secret.
Murder case that actually dates back to early April. A man found dead inside his apartment here in Northwest with one of his thumbs missing. Court documents spelling out a vicious and sordid story. Miriam was found murdered in his 3rd-floor bedroom at the Rolling Terrace Apartments on Peabody Street in Northwest D.C. That was on April 5th, his body covered in glass fragments. Authorities say he'd been dead for several days. Charged with first-degree murder while armed are 19-year-old Audrey Miller, arrested in Hagerstown a month ago, and 22-year-old Tiffany Taylor Gray. She was arrested July 1st in Bowie. In court filings in support of the murder charges, police submitted these surveillance images from the victim's apartment building, showing him with the green arrow and who they say is suspect Miller pointed out in red on the day of the murder. Other images capturing the suspects and at least 2 men who have not been charged in this case, often concealing their faces with masks, taking items from Tekla Marion's home. According to those court documents, detectives initially tracked the suspects to this motel in Laurel. Police say the victim's stolen cell phone was traced to this location. The suspects also staying at an apartment complex in College Park. All that information, the surveillance images, and those witnesses who know the suspects and spoke to police are what helped investigators crack this case. Suspect Audrey Miller has a preliminary hearing scheduled for later this month. Tiffany Gray remains in jail in Prince George's County awaiting extradition to the district. Both women are being held without bond. In Northwest, Bob Barnard, Fox 5 Local News.
Facts on first sound. That is crazy story. But go ahead, Akeem. Your thought. Man, that's
Yeah, man.
crazy.
Look how
Wow.
our race has fallen from grace. Where we're so look at it. Look how our women has fallen for grace. And listen. This doesn't apply to majority of women in our community. Those are bottom feeders. How are you so hungry and desperate for money, you willing to unalive somebody? You're that thirsty, you're that sorry, you're that pathetic that you couldn't go and get a regular job. I respect the lady who's selling tangerines on the street before I respect you. And the price of box has went down over the years. It's only a good $40 or $25 for a quickie. So now you're selling yourself and you want to see if you can get the much, and at the most you probably couldn't get that much but a couple $100. At the ATM, that's all you can get. You did that for a couple hundred. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, but my question is, how they was able to use his thumb on the ATM machine? Or that was just through his phone.
Through his phone, yeah.
Also, but still, that's crazy. Cause 'cause I know normally say they when life leave. Remember this, when a life leave your body, normally everything stops running. So I'm like, how do the system still able to still use your thumb? That was it. Technology is amazing. Because you can only see that in the movies. You get what I'm saying, Jordan and Hakeem, you only see that in the movie. Like, you just see that in real life. It's like, wow, like we really live in this for real. That people really dismantle people's body parts and using their information. And that's one thing I always tell people too, because people always say, oh, because with the iPhone, sometimes you gotta use face recognition. People might go to that point that they might chop people's face off and start using their faces.
Yeah.
If it coming to that point. So that's what I'm saying, that you gotta be careful. Even with the men, that I understand sugar daddy been around forever. That's just how it is. Sugar daddy been around forever. But for this gentleman here, and for everybody, this should be a lesson learned. Be careful of the woman you dealing with, because sometimes you might see, okay, this woman, I may be able to take care of this woman. I want to be a sugar daddy. I want to make sure they're straight. But these same women will end up turning on you when you stop doing what you normally used to do. So keep that in mind, gentlemen. You want to be sugar daddies, go ahead, or even sugar mama. Do what you want, because at the end of you all grown adults. But make sure you're making the right decision for yourself, because as you can see, like Hakeem saying, there are a lot of crazy people out here. Just be very careful, to the point they dismantling your thumb and using it to get your information. To me, that's just crazy. Go ahead, Jordan.
Yeah, man, this is disgusting, man. Them women are just disgusting. And what they did up to getting this man use his thumb to get some money, to get some goddamn marijuana, alcohol, and get Uberized. That's just low down disgusting, man. This I hope they do life in jail, because this right here, man. Pray for the because like I said, I see that he's married and he's a father of two and everything, so he had a double life. So that's crazy, man. I don't know what type of women he was looking at. I don't know, he was looking on Craigslist, whatever, man. But you messed with the wrong type of woman who did some serious road type of things to you, and they are what I would say. Hakeem said they are bottom feeders. They are the lowest of the lows. Now,
Wait, Jordan, he was married?
Yeah, married. Yeah, married. He was married, father, and a father of two. So he had a double life. So I just tell me, as a married man, I don't want none of those problems. I ain't messing with that. I don't want none of those problems. No way in hell. That's my take on that.
Wow, he was married, a father of two, and still had a secret life like that, and ended up being deleted by your two other women.
Mm-hmm.
See, Hakeem polygamy lifestyle. You see, he want to live that lifestyle, couldn't handle it. That's what happens when you get young women. Them young women, that's how they get. That's how they get you. You start feeding them, they're gonna take you down with them. It is what it is. But it is at the end of the day still a sad story. It's a bizarre story.
Yes.
Wow. I think one of the bizarre stories I ever heard this whole year. That's the chaos for the week. I can't.
Now you're right about that, boy.
That's chaos for the week. Now that one is that's like off of a scene of a movie. And guarantee you, Jordan, I ain't gonna put that in the movie. Why can I tell you they're gonna put something like that in the movie? Because it's just bizarre. You never think. Wow, pure evil. Go ahead, Jordan. Continue.
All right, let's go to the next topic. Oh, for some people, this is going to be funny, and I call this topic "Dealing with a Pookie." And Natasha, I want you to look at this because this is what goes down in America. So a woman went viral for her boyfriend that she broke up with because, she was coming off of work and everything, and he came 2 hours late. And she walked on and said, "Why you came up 2 hours late?" This man chilling, smoking with his boys and everything. Like, I don't know what you talking about, girl. Would you stop tripping, girl? Stop tripping. I don't know what you're talking about. And she's like, "You serious? Why you coming 2 hours late?" "Girl, stop tripping, yo. What you tripping for?" So she got pissed off and kicked him out the car. And the thing is, she was recording them walking, like getting out the car, walking away and everything, yo. And I'm just telling Natasha, it goes down like this. There's women who's working, the man that clearly had no type of job, clearly got her want to get her back blown out. And she got to deal with the problems of him having the car, driving around with his boys all over the city, smoking and everything. No, he got to pick his girl up from work and doing some stuff with his boys. And then 2 hours later, come pick up his girl 2 hours late and everything. Driving in her car, her whip that she paid car no own, that she put gas in the car. Crazy. How can you play the clip, man? Play that clip.
I can't tell y'all you enjoyed it. That's what they love. Y'all don't listen to me.
How was you late to come get me? How are you late? No, what do you mean don't start this shit again? How was you late to come get me?
Don't start, man. Don't start. You get in the car, man.
You? Then you got your friends in the car with you and you late. That's why you late. You going to pick your friends up, all of this, smoking the car out.
Bro, watch out. Watch out.
Just get out.
Watch out.
Get out.
Bro,
get out. Get out. You and your friend. Get out. Y'all can figure out how y'all gonna get home. Watch out. Get out. I'm talking to you. Get out. Why are you still sitting right here? You can't hear. Get out.
Bro. All right, let me get my shit. Man.
Okay, come on.
Let me get my shit. Okay, let me get my shit. Watch out. Get on my way.
Yeah, I can't. I think there's more to it.
Yes, bro, I can.
Come on, gang.
Y'all see this type of stuff that I be dealing with? Like, this is crazy. Then I get in the car and the car's on E again. Like, bro, look at this. It ain't no way I just put gas in here and you come get me on E again. Like, looking dumb. And I truly hope that they find somewhere to go, because please don't call me thinking I'm about to come back and get you, because I'm not.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
Yes, she is.
Wherever I'm at, you're not coming to where I'm at, so it don't matter.
Bro, your location off and everything, bro. I'm blocked, gang. I can't call you or nothing. I'm calling private, gang. What don't you understand?
You're not supposed to be able to call at all. I don't understand why you keep calling me private.
Bro, you finna piss me off, gang. I am walking.
Okay, and you already pissed me off. Bye.
Where are you at, bro? Stop playing with me. What you mean?
Wherever I'm at, you're not coming to where I'm at. So it don't matter.
Bro, your location off and everything, bro. I'm blocked, gang. I can't call you or nothing.
I just like it because it's hood. That's hood love. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I've seen this before. Clean and
Look at
talk.
Hakeem. Hakeem smiling because I've been telling him that he don't be Jordan. Hakeem don't be believing me. Hakeem Rufus don't be believing me, man. I be telling them, man. That's what they love.
Hey, the
You
next day, she gonna be calling him. Hey, I'm sorry, man. I need some tonight. Come back over to the
Hey,
crib.
hey,
But you
hey,
got the car.
but now that Jordan. Remember I saw you guys. A clip from even Kim Samuel mentioned that if you're born in a relationship, the girl gonna find somebody else to be excited. Kevin Samuel said that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send you out the clip. I can say Rufus the clip too. Kevin Samuel said that. You know, people that look up to Kevin Samuel, he even said that. He was like, "Yo, listen, if you're boring, your girl gonna cheat on you." They like excitement. For her, that was thrilling. That was fun. It was exciting. And like you
Hey,
said, Jordan, they're gonna end up back together again. Go ahead, Hakeem.
I read the comment. She did take him back.
Oh, she did take.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
what
yeah,
was
I read the
the
comment.
point?
Yeah.
Not
So what was
surprised.
the point? I knew she was gonna take him back because not. I'm not gonna say all. I'm not gonna say majority of the women, but there's some women that do like that type of love. They remember they call that hood love, struggle love. They call it like they like he empty out her car. He know he had to pick her up from work. It's a pattern. It's an ongoing pattern. Like people always say, like who would say that? Stephanie Walker. She always call me toxic, and then I always the bad. I hope she go and watch that clip. We watch the show and see that clip. That this is what I've been talking about the whole time. But go ahead, I can.
So I don't feel sorry for her. I think this is just the standard. And she liked that. And let me tell you something. And I was listening to how the guy talked. You could tell these are kids. He said, gang, I've been calling you gang. So it just let me know a girl that beautiful, who that established, that's her car. You dealing with somebody that's bottom tier. So now women can't say nothing to us about y'all want quality men. Y'all love dirt divers. Y'all love them. That's what you want. You don't want a man who gets money and tell you what to do. You like you like the niggas, the street niggas who run your gas tank on E and then call you back to come pick him up. Who can't provide no stability, no money, no nothing. So so what you say don't even mean anything to us anymore. Yes, they're dirt divers. You don't want nothing. I can't even save y'all anymore. I've been fully crossed over now.
So what side, Hakeem? What side do you cross over to?
The passport side. The hope I thought I had to find me a queen, a wife here who's submissive, love. She doesn't want a nigga like me. She want the nigga like that. So you want to know something? Somebody, please, can I get your car so I can run it on E? Any of you ladies, let me run it on E because that's what you want. Let me
No,
not have to tell.
you're not supposed to tell them that. You're supposed to get in their car and run it on E, Hakeem. You're not supposed to tell them, let me run it on
Say
E.
that.
You're supposed to get the car and let her run. You gotta let her run.
And the thing is,
Go to the strip club, go to the club, go everything. Go ahead, Jordan.
and the thing is, Ronnie Hakeem, she'll give you the $20, and you spend it on something else. You probably wouldn't get some candy or something like that.
Yeah,
Go get you a Big Mac or something like that.
man.
And now that Natasha Vincent made a great point. She did that in the workplace. And remember her workplace.
Mm-hmm.
You supposed to do that outside the premises, and she could have got fired. But them girls, they love it. Hakeem, it's hood love. We call it hood love. It's love, bro. Go ahead, Ruthless. I know Ruthless. He loves stuff like this. Go ahead, Ruthless.
No, I'm just laughing at Hakeem, but Hakeem, the dream is finally coming to the team.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been liberated. I've been liberated.
I've been liberated.
You gotta remember one thing, Hakeem. I want you to take this piece of wisdom with you, right?
Yeah.
You can take the woman out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the woman. So you can take the simp out the country, right? But you can't take the country out. When the simp goes to another country, he's still a simp.
Yeah.
So Hakeem, you need to not only when you leave on your passport, you need to also rewire your mindset that even overseas now, it's grimy over there too.
Yeah,
they gonna make you feel better about it, but they break the white boy's heart as we speak now, right? Yes. As you go to the Philippines, you got to take care of the whole family. Mama,
I
uncle,
heard about that.
auntie, You go to Thailand, their parents be pimping their kids, right? So you got, it's not, I mean, overseas is just more, it's more, I would say, quote, more kosher. You know what I mean? More, you'll get a lot more better communication. You don't have to worry about the loud talk and a lot of degeneracy stuff. But you still got to watch it, right? So you got to still keep your guards up. So what we see here as men like that, in that case, hood love, right? That's hood love. And everybody understands that, we know that women are hypergamous in nature. They have this vision of what man they want, but a lot of times they have to settle for what they can get because most people end up being what's in their proximity. So she's dealing with him. She's attracted to the gangster, the thug. You know what I'm saying? She's trying to change him. She's trying to build a bear, right? She wants to build a bear. Some women like that, right? That's why I said. Remember, I said in the very beginning when I first came on here, women are not a monolith.
You did say that.
Some women want build a bear. Some women want a man at the finish line. Some women want an athlete and somebody who's maybe listens to them, right? Maybe some women want men that they can control, right? You got all different styles of women. What they unify on is, at the end of the day, finances equal long romances. So yeah, even though a woman will get with you like Hood Pookie, right? But there's a time clock. He needs to be making strides to be where she needs to be, because number one thing, if a woman feels you're holding her back, she will move on from you. Regardless how good you are in bed, regardless of your fame, she will move on from you if she feels you holding her back and she could do better. So he's on a time limit, you know what I'm saying? And
I kind of disagree with you there, Ruthless. I think she'll still be around. I still think he'll still be around.
She'll get rid of him. Listen, I grew up around this stuff, but I've seen it. These women right now are young, they fuck with the homies in the hood, they do. But you look at their Facebook 10 years later, they with some dudes that like, who is this dude? Women are scavengers. They look for the progression of life. So right now, this is because she's working right there. She's her emotions right now. But once all that clears up and he keeps fucking up and not striving for greatness, what she feels is a great man, she'll break up with him and leave him. So
Stephanie Walker just came in right now. She said red flag. Shout out to Stephanie Walker. She said red flag.
I don't know if that's for Ruthless. I don't know if that's for Ruthless
I'm
or
at
Ronnie.
the I'm at the
it's not gonna be for Ruthless. It's gonna be for me. I already know her. I know Stephanie Walker's already. Now that, but shout out to King. King Hitter Show is also in the building. Shout out to Jabbar, who's also in the building. Great to see you, my brother. And also, I ain't forget that my money man, the money man, Big Dollar Gore is also in the building. Shout out to Gore. He was gone. He missed a couple of shows. He said he came back and he found out Hakeem is a passport bro. That ain't nothing new. I've been knew Hakeem was passport. I've been knew that. I just didn't want to tell y'all. Hakeem been passport.
Hakeem's still in training though. He's still in training.
See, Jordy, see what Stephanie said? That's for Ronnie. I told you. I already know what time it is. He hate the toxic, but love the toxic. You see what I'm saying? Like, say, Rufus, let me tell you something. You seen the movie Thin Line Between Love and Hate with Martin Lawrence, right? You seen that movie before? That's a good prime example how women will, mind you, a career woman. She's a career woman. End up being Martin Lawrence, who pretty much what Hakeem would call bottom tier because he was a club promoter. He didn't even get to his high position until later on within the movie, but. He was dealing with a career woman, and she loved him to the point she went crazy. The thing I learned from you old school men, y'all kind of taught me like a little bit. When you have a woman mind and her heart, you got everything, bro. Doesn't matter. She can move on 10 years from now. She still will be thinking about you, and you know this to be fact.
Yeah, but one thing about it though, right? The chance for stability and put them in a great place where they look good in front of everybody, they'll take that. They'll love you.
Oh yeah, they'll take it. They'll take it, but they'll still deal with that guy though. That's what I'm saying. She'll still deal with that guy though.
Now,
she'll still deal with him.
Once again, right? Women are savage.
Yes, they are.
You seen the two women just deleted the guy in the
you already know, crazy.
They took him out, right?
Crazy. Yeah.
But this is something we need to take this serious, though. Like, we just look at that, oh, well, yeah, women are good women. No, any woman has a propensity for the move of the right situation to desire a better life. She will take that option. She would take that option. And women are just like us at the end of the day. They just do it differently, a little bit more manipulation, sexuality type, but they're savage too. And this is what y'all got to understand. Hakeem.
Gore say he still pray for you, Hakeem.
Hakeem, he said he transitioned over. He is a passport bro.
Hey, I'm not going to Sasua. I need to go to English speaking countries. I'm not here to learn nothing.
Dr. Vincent don't like that. She don't like that. You became a passport bro. No,
No.
Hakeem just be capping. He capping.
I
Really,
given
he
up.
capping.
I given up. Listen, we'll prove it. One of these shows, you're gonna see me on the beach on an island with something on the side. I'm gonna prove it to y'all. I'm gonna have to prove it because I'm done. I've given up. I've hand over. I'm hanging it up now.
And Dora Ruthless probably be there with you. He be like, yo, I can't wait. Yeah, I'm gonna take a flight.
Yeah.
No, not yet. I'm still. My stuff is still working. Everything's working out for me here. It's still. One thing ain't in the back of my mind. You know what I mean? But right now,
Okay, Jose Ruthless. A quick question: how come things is working for you and not working for Hakeem? That's a good question.
well, Hakeem is different than me in a lot of the monolith can, because I treat women as a savagery presents itself. You know what I mean? I let them know up front that you ain't, I'm the boss and all this other shit, and I kind of shovel through it. Where Hakeem has this little weak side for women, right? He still has a little hope, right? He still has a little hope. You know what I'm saying? That queen to the queens out there, right? So Hakeem, he's getting there, but he still he is mushy when it comes to the femininity thing. So I'm gonna give him another year or so. Once he get over the overseas, then he'd be hard. Then he know how to. Because here's the deal, right? Men, we got to act like we don't need women.
Yeah.
Because if the more you act like you need them, the more you succumb to them, the more savagely they're gonna treat your ass. You are a walking dead man walking. So when you go overseas, wherever, you need to act like Prince Hakeem, not Prince that likes to drink.
Go and say, "Oh, Ruthless, you making stuff up." Go and say, "Ruthless making stuff up." No, but I do agree with you in the aspect of the balance. I think there should be a balance to everything. But I love the time say, "Oh boy, I'll be right back." The time left.
No, don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere.
Ruthless got rid of the Tasha Vincent. I never heard all my years. I know the Tasha. She never said, "I'll be right back."
Oh boy.
Oh my God, you got rid of the mom mother? No.
Oh no, come back.
Hakeem is very well traveled. One thing about Hakeem, he is very well traveled, but I don't consider him a passport bro. No, not yet, Rufus. No, not yet. I agree with you, not yet. I get Hakeem.
But all Hakeem, I feel for him, right? That if the woman smiles a little too much at him, he melts. You know what I'm saying? He melts.
Hakeem, how you know you so good? Damn, he got you good. I ain't gonna lie, you got him good. He literally he doing it now. That's crazy.
That's why he's silent.
Roddy, a woman smile at me, my guards go up. Okay, what she? Damn, is she? Okay, we need to figure this out. Hold up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I might send her on her way. You smiling way too much.
Women smiling at me, Hakeem melt. He literally do it. I was like, damn, Rufus, you good. I ain't gonna lie, you good. Go ahead, Jordan. Let's move on before Rufus is for Hakeem some more. Hakeem don't like that. Go ahead.
All right, we're gonna go to we're at an hour mark, so we're gonna talk about the main topic. So Hakeem, get the audio ready for this one for Dr. Umar. So we're gonna go back to Dr. Umar. On Wednesday we talked about him about the state, about how black people like Donald Trump. So this one Dr. Umar, he's talking about the state of the black masculinity especially in these YouTube spaces. He really getting on black men in general, and also black men in these YouTube spaces and everything. And this went viral, and they had some people that's on YouTube really talk about it. Look at Dr. Umar's side eye. So we're gonna feel like, well, we're gonna play the clip with Dr. Umar, and we're gonna agree with him or disagree with Dr. Umar had to say on the Breakfast Club. Let's go ahead, Hakeem. This is the Breakfast Club. Make sure you get the audio ready, because we play their stuff. It's gonna be like a copyright claim. They're gonna trip.
Y'all can't see it, right?
Yeah, you good.
Yeah, we can't see it, but you good. We're going to see the.
Ask you something Columbus Short said, since we talking about that.
Sure.
He said he got some heat for saying that black men are dating outside their race because most black women are raised by single mothers and absentee fathers and taught a don't need a man mentality. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, here's what I would say to my brother Columbus Short, and I'm a fan of his. Are we not all victims of the systemic oppression and injustice that racism has introduced into our community? So just as you have black women who didn't grow up with their father, you have black men who didn't grow up with their fathers or their mothers. In other words, why is it acceptable for the black man raised by a black woman without his dad to reject a black woman raised by her mother without her dad? I think sometimes black men can be guilty of a double standard where we want a perfect offering when we ourselves are not a perfect offering. And to that point, I think black men need to recognize the fact that one of the reasons we have so much conflict with black women is because we don't operate on a masculine platform.
Man, I want to ask you something Columbus Short said, since we talking about that.
Sure.
He said
with our women all the time, we tend to operate on a female platform. For example, when a woman gets angry, rather than you trying to understand your queen non-emotionally. See, you can't have both people in a relationship with a low emotional IQ. Because if both people in a home, if you and your wife both have a low emotional IQ, if you and your wife both have a low emotional IQ, y'all gonna argue over everything. Because nobody says, I am not going to emote over this. I'm not going to deal with this with feelings. I'm going to use reason and intelligence. That's what the man is supposed to do. Yeah. But guess what we do? Raised by single mothers, many of us, we reflect right back to them that emotional trauma that they throwing on us. So in essence, you have two females arguing, although one is in a man's body. Black men have to start being masculine and less feminine. All this cattiness, this back and forth between black men and black women on the internet, that is feminine and feminine. Masculinity don't operate like that. Masculinity wants to understand with our women all the time. We tend to operate where the woman is coming from. Masculinity wants to then intervene, study himself, evaluate his behavior, and try to level up to where she needs him to be. But arguing back and forth with women as a man, that's anti-masculine behavior. What we really need is some testosterone shots. We need more testosterone because black men are mimicking female behavior emotionally, and they're not even recognizing it. The woman is coming from masculinity.
We come to the 2000s, and these women are black women were raised by single mothers, absentee fathers, fathers that are either incarcerated.
So yeah, that was Dr. Umar talking about the state of the black masculinity in black men, and you see that a lot of our black men are more feminine than we ever seen before. So go ahead. Who want to pass it off? Hakeem, you want to start it off?
No, I'm gonna let Ruthless tackle this one, bro.
Okay.
Go ahead, Rufus.
I'm very disappointed in Omar Johnson. Oh, that's the name. Omar, what's the name?
Yeah, you're right. Omar Johnson.
So here's the thing, right? Let's deep dive into this, right? About men and women, right? Let's start with the men, right? So we have a great amount of information on men over since the beginning of time, correct? Men, we can equivalent to man like let's just say a wolf, right? Or let's say animal, right? If we got to pick an animal, we'll say a wolf or a lion, something like that, right? Or even a dog. So if you constantly pick at that dog, right? The dog is gonna because you're his master, or he's gonna he's gonna try to always. But if you pick one too many times, that dog might turn it out of frustration, right? A build up, it might turn and bite you, or a lion might turn and maul you, right? So this is how men are, right? We're soldiers. We're built to destroy. We're built for war, right? So we have that light switch, right? We got a switch. It can turn on and off, and it has nothing to do with emotions. You know what I'm saying? And do we use our emotions in some cases? Yes, but we are built for war. Meaning we can go in and delete 100 people and go and eat breakfast tomorrow morning. Like what's good? What's the next mission? This is what we're built to do. So when we're dealing with the woman who's a lot more unstable in her emotions, so if she's antagonizing the situation, right? She's antagonizing the situation, and the man's trying his best to refrain. Because what we try to do, we try to refrain from using our capabilities, right, on our female counterparts. We try not to implement this savagery on them, because we look at them as the weaker vessel, and we also care about them, especially the ones we're dealing with on a day-to-day. But at times, can emotions be triggering? Can an emotion get triggered with all the antagonization? Yes. So she constantly, once again, you picking at you, calling you, and one day, right, catch you on a real bad day. And it's just emotional, you get a little emotional, and she's saying something, a word that triggers you. You turn around and slap the shit out of her, or even beat her up, right? It's not like after that you're not going to feel bad because you're going to regret it. But you're going to know, but at the same time, you're going to know as a man, the reason why you feel bad, because you did everything in your power to avoid this. But we understand that emotions can take over, and that emotions is what you call the wild card of every human. Right? It can make the difference between life and death. No, oh, I'm cool, dude. Yeah, you've been arguing me, calling me. I'm like, yeah, I'm big. One day, right? You called that same name, and then emotion triggers and anger, and now I'm taking it out on you. It could end up in a bad situation. So this is not us not being masculine. That is masculine is being aggressive, being assertive. When we let shit go, when we try to walk away, it's actually going against our masculine nature. Because we're trying to be the better one. We're trying to be the leader. We're trying, We're trying to put an example on that. She's loud talking to us. Okay, baby, I'm just not gonna argue with you. Because I know that I'm not arguing with you, not because you're right. I'm arguing with you because what I don't want this to become, what this could become, is a dangerous situation for you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to say something and then I snap. You know what I'm saying? So I walk away. I'll say, okay, we agree to disagree, whatever. So this is the thing that us men practice when we're with our women. So it's not us. And if we do go beyond that, it's not us acting in femininity. No, it's if we do go beyond that, outside of that, we try to refrain from using our masculinity, then it's our masculinity on display as soldiers that we are. And then it goes into a violent manner. And, sometimes we go to jail. Sometimes we work it out. You know what I mean? But that's why I disagree with him at 100%. We will always be masculine until the day we die. We're never in a feminine state. Not pass it on.
Quick question. But quick question, Ruthless. But in the state that we're in right now, as you can see, especially with some of these YouTube content creators, you see them going back and forth with women on the panel. That is a feminine trait, though.
No.
Can you agree with that? You say no.
No, because the president's debate over the economy, right? Debate is a human thing humans like to do. So when we're debating with a woman, that's not being feminine. That's not a feminine trait.
No, but they're not debating. That's different. It's the same thing. Like I can use Kevin Summers, God rest his soul. Kevin Summers, a prime example. You saw how he would have women come on his back on the panel. You see, he would never get into an argument with them. He would have conversation or debate with them. But I'm talking about now with these, where you see a lot of these content creators, like right now, especially black content creator, they literally go back and forth with women and they screaming at them, cursing at them. Go ahead.
It's not a feminine trait because men argue too. Women argue and men argue. Men argue with men. Men argue with women. Women argue with women. Women argue with men. See what I'm
But I
saying?
don't think men should be. But I don't think men should be arguing with women the way women argue with women.
And this is
I have an
where
issue with that. Go ahead.
this is where you missed what I said earlier, right? The reason we don't argue with women and is not advised
Mm-hmm.
to argue with your woman is because of the propensity for violence. That is why we advise any man don't argue with a woman, because a woman will go to the very extent, right, to win that argument. And men historically have been triggered and lashed out physically or violently towards it. We already know in history that men, when we argue, things can the level of violence can go up, correct?
Yes.
So
yes.
So when we're arguing back and forth on a panel with a woman, she's saying, well, y'all ain't shit. And you say, well, and she turns around and says, y'all ain't shit. That's not feminine.
The thing, well, Rufus, I see what you're saying, but
shout out to Daryl Long, that's also in the building.
Shout out to Daryl Long. I know these Generation Z's, these younger men that I see, that I work with, that I be around with, they don't. The thing is, I don't see the qualities of being masculine. Because, like I said, you can tell that they was raised by single mothers. Because, like, when I talk, like when I have like one-on-one talks to a couple, like for instance, like I know I work with some younger people overnight at my job. That's like 2 or 3 of them and everything. And I could tell they was raised by single mothers, and you could tell they have no type of masculinity. Now, even in their head, they follow not their uncles, their granddads, and everything.
Like, what do you mean? Like, what do they do specifically?
So specifically, when I talk to women, I don't know, I don't want to talk to her. I'm not ready and everything. It's like they talk like they still virgins in a way, and they like 20, 21.
It's not feminine. Huh? That's not feminine, though.
You don't think that's feminine?
No.
Well, okay, what's feminine to you?
Feminine is if you're acting gay, right? You're a gay man who's trying to portray like a female. So he's acting, he changes his voice tone, right? And the dress.
But now, I have a question.
Yeah.
There's like, do you think that being feminist is like maybe there's multiple layers to it, or just straight out feminine?
No, it's just straight. Being feminine, right, is a woman is feminine on the most part for the majority of her social structure, right?
Yeah, her existence. Yeah, her existence. Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
She has masculinity. She has masculinity in her because why? She came from a man, right? So she has the traits of masculinity too. But
correct.
Most of our history, women use their femininity because it is the object of survival, right? It's the object of being pleasing the man, right? And because they know that the propensity of violence for this man, and they don't want to trigger this man masculinity on them, so they're being feminine, right? Okay. Right, like that. Now, men, when they're refraining from, well, I'm not ready to talk to women. I don't want to deal with women right now. That's not being feminine. He's being maybe wise. Maybe he had a bad experience with women, right? Or he's seen something that he's not really want to go through, right? It's called being wise and understanding what he's dealing with and knowing that if I'm going to approach this situation or this woman or a woman that I want to make sure that I go in with, some sort of, wisdom and understanding that I'm not going to underestimate her ability to be savage.
No, but you ask me in this generation when it comes to the aspect of black men, because Umar was talking about black men, it is a lot of black men right now, and that's acting that have a lot of the feminine traits, heavy. Now, don't get me wrong, we all have masculine and feminine trait. Every human being within this earth, but a lot of black men right now is operating more on their feminine traits. Go ahead.
But you're laying a general statement out, right? But you're not.
What do you mean?
What's feminine? Like, I see men showing feminine traits. What is those traits?
Okay, I got it. Okay,
I'm gonna tell. Oh, go ahead.
How about this? I got a better question. Do you feel like a lot of men have like a watered down masculinity? How about that?
No. We have different styles of men. You have the alphas, right, who are aggressive, assertive, which are called leaders.
Which are rare, yeah. Rare ones.
You have men who are well-mannered, right? You have men who are soft-spoken.
Correct.
Correct.
Okay. So you have different levels of men on how they carry themselves day to day. But every man within themselves have that propensity of violence, though, right? Even though he's soft-spoken or well-mannered, or when he act like a alpha, right? No matter what, he has a propensity of violence. In this construct, that more production is more productive to be well-mannered and soft-spoken, because you're dealing with money, right? You're going to work. You're dealing with co-workers. You're dealing with bosses. You're dealing at the store when you go shop. It's different things, right? Your food cook. When you get your food, bro, you don't want to be that bitch make my food, right? Because you don't want to spit in it. So you want to be cool, right? Yeah. So it's more beneficial in the society to be soft-spoken and well-mannered than it is to be assertive and demanding. You have to
No,
be
but a prime example. No, but prime example. Like for example, the reason why I say a lot of men around here pretty much have a lot of feminine trait. Prime example, the situation with the car situation. Soon a woman, let's say if I was in that situation, a woman say, "Get out of my car." I'm saying, "Okay, don't worry. Here's the keys. I'm gone. Don't worry about it. I touch your Uber home. I'm not gonna argue with you, right?" But at the same time, you saw how the man was combative. He was calling her like, "Oh, what you do?" That's feminine traits. That's something a woman would do.
No, that's not feminine. Because he doesn't disagree with her putting him out the car, and he's trying to make a case to why he shouldn't be put out the car. It's just a disagreement. That's not feminine.
But the way of his tone was like, for example, you see how me and you having a conversation right now. They say me and you had it because one time me and you did have a heated debate. You see how like Rufus, you a B, you this and this and that. I'm not calling out your name or nothing. We having even though it was heated, it was still a mature conversation. You have men today literally calling women B's, H, and this and that. That's a feminine trait. That's stuff women would do.
No. Okay, so let me explain something. Break something down to you. That is a form of verbal violence, right?
Which is a feminine trait. You would say that was a feminine trait, right?
No, no. It's. I'm not gonna put my hands on you, right? So I'm gonna, since you're calling out my name or whatever, I feel like you're disrespecting me. This is my violent way I'm being violent towards you. So I'm just using psychological warfare, which is a masculine trait, and women use it as well. So it's on both sides. So if a man uses psychological warfare, so the woman says, "Get out the car." Well, I don't want to get out the car. Well, I gotta get out the car because you didn't fill the gas tank up. Man, I got you next time. You gotta get out my car. And I'm arguing like how we do in the hood, like blah 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 blah. I'm just because commonly this is what we do. Is usually she folds, but maybe this particular time she's not folding, right? Because it's like my fifth time doing it. It ain't like first time. So I'm not being feminine, homie. I'm just trying to manipulate her. That's what I'm trying to manipulate her to. Yeah, I'm using your car. I'm not putting no motherfucking gas in it. But I'm going to manipulate you so you can stop tripping. So I don't want to walk or catch the bus home.
I can highlight Mimi comment the first one when she talking about femininity, and then the second one as well. And why I say it's immature. It is immature. But look, Mimi gave you the definition of femininity when it comes to a woman femininity. And also the second
Non-quality
comment.
or
Go ahead,
attribute
Akeem.
regarding as a characteristics of a woman or a girl. She said, I think the part of you're talking about is more of being an emotional on a driven state, but I have to agree with Ruthless on this one. Verbal abuse is not gender specific.
No, but verbal is really not gender specific. However, at the same time, majority of the time people literally say that's more of a woman's trace.
No.
Everybody can agree to that.
No.
You say no.
We use that, and when we do use that term, it's more of a verbal assault, right? We're trying to make punch down. That just
see, I agree with you on that one. When it comes to the aspect of a man, it's more verbal assault than verbal abuse. But for a woman, verbal abuse, they would say they'll put that more to a woman saying, because men's more verbal assault because we're more physical.
No, we argue with each other, call each other names too all the time.
No, I agree with you, but a lot of people would consider that to be a feminine trait. If I argue with a female and call her a B, a lot of people would say, "Ronnie, you being feminine right now."
No, it's not a feminine trait. Now there are dudes who worship women and put women on a high pedestal, and if they see that you are arguing with them or having a disagreement, then they want to equivalate that, right? But that's because they're mostly siding with the woman. But truthfully, right? If I'm having a debate with a woman, whether regardless of whether the voice tone or whether it's yelling or whether it's in structure, it's a fucking debate. It's not a feminine trait. That is just us having a disagreement. Now, the way I present it is how I present it. Now, is it the best way to present it that way? Now, one could argue and say you could be better about your communication, which New Jordan ever would agree with. You know what I'm saying? How to communicate yourself without yelling or name calling, which Ronnie Ron would definitely agree with, right? So, what we're saying on these YouTube streets and these debate platforms is we can be better about presenting our arguments without being or without punching down or without being belligerent or vocal.
Right.
That's what we're saying. But it's not feminine. It's just a psychological warfare between two men, a man and woman, or a woman and woman, whatever, right? It's a warfare that's going on, which is verbally assaulting each other, okay, which is a form of violence that's psychological.
Okay, prime example. We did remember last on Wednesday we did a review about Brittany Renner and Just Perfect thing. Ruthless was on the panel, and I did not that, but we also clipped that some of the stuff you said because some of the stuff you were saying was true, right? Like how Brittany Renner conducted herself in the debate. You saw in the debate, but mind you, a lot of people didn't get upset at her too much because they expect that from a woman to go in at each other like that. But let's say if it was a man and a man, like a Tommy Sotomayor. You saw how Tommy be on these panels? Tommy be going in on these men. What's the first thing people say in the chat? Hakeem and Jordan and Ruthless. Tommy being emotional. He's being like a female. What's wrong with him?
And that is a mistake, a great error. That is an erroneous statement.
But then people need to correct that then because they do that all the time to Tommy Sotomayor.
If it's because somebody's emotionally passionate about something, does not make them a female.
No, I agree. I agree with that. I totally agree with what you're saying. I don't disagree at all.
Okay, or being feminine, right? Now, men have emotions too.
Yes.
Yes. So that's once again, we were here first, not the woman. Number
that's
one.
Debatable. That's debatable.
No, the man was first. Adam was first. Then came Eve. Right?
But I said that's debatable because that's based on biblical. That is debatable because it's based on biblical principles. You know, it deals with faith and it. So I'm just saying.
The man was here first, then the woman, right? So the woman, that's why she's called woman or woman, right? So she's.
I agree with you, Ruthless, but I'm saying it's debatable just for the audience. You know, we got different writers. I was saying it's debatable.
Everything's debatable if somebody wants to take another side. But the point I'm making is everything about our came from us, right? So when women acted in their emotions, she really got it from us. The difference between men and women is that women, they rely more on they deal more in their emotions than we do. We're more, logical, but we do have emotions and we can't be emotional. If somebody delete my best friend, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna cry.
Emotion. That can hit emotion. Now I'm coming to you on an emotion. And I'm coming to take you out on the emotion. That don't make me feminine though.
No. We coming from the feminine aspect from what Umar was stating. He was coming from a Mimi had me laugh because I agree with Ruthless. I'm with him tonight. He was coming from a feminine aspect because I think because Umar goes around, I think he sees what's going on within these panels and within these conversations, and you see how men are conducting themselves within those conversations. Like I say, like right now we're having a mature conversation. You see, we both of us are passionate because I'm very. When I saw move my hand, I'm very passionate. I'm very passionate. Jordan's very passionate, especially I can. Ruthless, you very passionate, but we still was able to conduct ourselves maturely. But then when you see these other panels, these men be totally immature, and that's why they say they're more feminine.
But that's just but that's a slight. That's a slight, Ronnie, wrong. I'm telling you, you acting like the females. That's a slight. I'm calling you a bitch.
Yeah, that's pretty much what they're saying. Yeah, that's pretty much what they're saying.
But doesn't mean you're really acting like that. Doesn't mean that's what you are. It's just that I want something to say bad about you to make you feel in front of the audience to win this, say back and forth we're having. Oh, you sound like a female. So basically, I'm calling you a female. Basically, I'm calling you a bitch. That's what I'm saying. So it doesn't mean I'm a bitch. It doesn't mean I'm acting like it. Just words are used for psychological warfare, just like weapons are. And you have to understand this, Ronnie, wrong. And what's the one thing that'll get you deleted in these streets? go up to any man pretty much and say use a bitch, especially a black man. Go up to pretty much any black man and say use a bitch. I guarantee you that might get you out of here, or at least you going to the hospital. Or something's
No,
going to
I
happen.
agree with you. Yeah, I agree. No, I agree with you. I agree with you.
90% of the time, something's going to go down. Unless he's a real little dude, you're really big, then he might like. He might
No,
try.
but
He
even
might.
then,
He might try.
it still trigger. Yeah, it still triggers something
But he's
within
still
you.
gonna be
It's
looking at
still,
something and be like, man, I'm gonna get my pistol, right? If you want, if
yeah.
this you go up to this is once again, right? Those are trigger words. You a hoe, right? Oh, nigga, you acting like don't mean you. That's just words to take it to a violent level. Now I'm disrespecting you because I don't respect you anymore. That is not a feminine trait. That is me causing a war because why? I'm a soldier and this is what I want a war about. And I'm gonna use this word or this particular phrase on you because I no longer respect you and now I want it with you. Now,
Okay, another question to ask you. We hear this a lot. They say, Hakeem, me and Hakeem and Jordan spoke about it one time. I don't think he was here when we spoke about it. Should man express his emotion? Because a lot of people been saying that for a very long time. That's why a lot of men today are going to therapy, which is a good thing. They are expressing their emotion on the couch. So should man express their emotion more?
well, you can't control
Your point of
emotions.
view.
Emotions is something you can't control, right? You can't
Yes, you can.
control.
You can control your emotion.
Listen, okay. So in that case, you know who you fall in love with, right? You ask, well, why he fall in love with her? He have all these 10 beautiful women over here, but he fall in love with this, right? Can't control emotions,
Because
right?
she's the one.
Emotions are uncontrollable because they can be triggered. Emotions have to be triggered. Men and women just don't walk around just being emotional. We're in our regular, emotions have to be triggered, Ronnie Ron. It has to be triggered. And it'll be one of many things or several things that trigger these emotions. Whether it be, you tripping on people cutting you off on the freeway, you know what I'm saying? That might trigger, which is anger, right? Which is emotion, right? Or sadness is an emotion, right? So these are triggered. These are not something people just walk around and all of a sudden just, I'm just, now are some people emotional or triggered by things we don't understand? Yes. But once again, you can't control them. You don't know how far you're going to go when you get emotional. This is why, once again, this is why men show a lot of respect to men on the streets. This is why we walk around each other, right? And not try to bring it because we understand that we don't want to trigger our emotion because then now it can go bad for us, right? Because now the anger kick in and now it can become violent. Now, let's say I win, I can go to jail for attempted murder or whatever. So once again,
Right.
for men, we don't really like to use our emotions because it can be very catastrophic. It can be more dangerous than women, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're dealing in
Well,
emotion more because they're triggered more, right? Because they can't really beat us up physically, so they like get emotional and it's like and it bothers them. But once again, it's something that's triggered, and it can be triggered by many different nuances. Every human may be something different, but it's not a feminine
go ahead.
trait. Emotions
Well,
has no gender. It just happens.
go ahead, Hakeem. What's your thoughts on everything we were saying? Because I know you've been quiet for a minute. Go ahead.
No, I just been hearing this, and I agree with a lot y'all say, you know what I mean, but I do want to stand that there is certain behavior that can be identified as, hey, you know what I mean, like we all come from a similar community that we identify certain behavior, like, yo, homeboy, you acting like a bee right now, or you acting real soft. You know what I mean? Depending on what neighbor you from, what block you from, there's certain SOPs, standard of procedures you go about. We know we're not supposed to be chatty catty with no woman or be going back and forth. So when we talking about masculinity, the younger generation don't have no masculinity.
That's what you're wrong. John King, you're wrong for that. You just call them all bitches.
No, but let Hakeem finish his point. I want to hear his point because he didn't really speak on the Umar thing. But go ahead,
No,
let's hear your point.
listen. Let's get this. Listen, I'm not too far from your generation. There's certain things that these young guys do we ain't gonna do. That we ain't gonna do, they gonna do. We see this online all day. I might not say all of them, but a large majority of them don't stand on procedures. What the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s done taught us, these young guys in the 90s, listen, the 90s, the 99s, The early 2000s and the 2010s, they don't stand on nothing.
You ain't got no facts on that. You can't have no stats on that,
bro. Look at.
Do you really need stats if you can see it?
You listen. These men will delete you quicker than ever if you get out.
Okay, you proved my point right there.
But you prove Hakeem's point though. You prove his point.
No. Okay, I'm gonna have to get in here. Rock, what Hakeem is talking about, standing on something, has nothing to do with being feminine, nigga.
It has a lot to do with being feminine. What?
Listen, if you take a nigga money, he gonna stand on that and take you out.
Yeah, but check this out.
So let me say this, Hakeem. When you said B, you acted like a B, right?
Yeah.
Not because maybe you don't want to fight this big dude. That don't mean you're feminine. That might mean you just don't feel like you want to fight this big dude. Maybe you don't think you want to win.
Yeah, and
I said we use that as gaslighting.
Okay, we do, but I said that generally, but I did mean it in the way where we're saying that there are certain ways where your peers or your network might be like, yo, fam, you know that wasn't copacetic what you just did. It's a lot of stuff that we check. The younger guys are not doing that. They're not saying like, yo, you let me tell you something. What's soft to them is, bro, you didn't up the score yet.
Okay, that has nothing to do with femininity, though.
No, but I'm just saying they might think a dude is soft by not slapping somebody or doing that. But I'm just saying, like,
so what they're saying is for you showing grace, right, and forgiving someone for something or not acting on something, you acting like a woman. That's just gaslighting tactics.
Oh, so I agree.
You're feminine, though. Now, yeah, do men look for weaknesses? If they see your weakness, will they attack you? Yes. What are you talking about? Of course, that don't mean you're feminine. Just if a guy sees that you're really extra nice, no, this nigga, hey, that nigga just called you a bitch. What you gonna do about it? Now you running with your clique, this tough guy clique, and they say, hey, homie, that nigga he called you a B at the club last night. What you gonna do about that? Now,
that's being feminine.
That's not being feminine. It's just like you might not.
No, that's being feminine. Wanting to quickly.
Hold on, now, Hakeem, I'll break it down to you. Duke, with that word, him calling me a B, and me assessing the situation, do I go get my pistol? Because I know if I'm not going to get a fair one with this guy, right? Do I go get my gun and take him out and get a life sentence? Or should I just let that shit go? And then my homies are looking at me like, man, you done got a little soft, huh? No, nigga, I just got smarter. And you learn to understand what's worth it and what's not.
So you display the masculine trait, but what I'm saying is
that's what
he doesn't. But the femininity is just let me up the score, cop the blick on them.
That ain't feminine. No, that's no.
That is feminine. That is feminine. That's being. That's when to quickly.
No, you've been brainwashed by the females, right? You was a single mother, part of a single mother. So I understand why you're thinking that way. But when we talk about upper scores, because we're men of war. America, when they looked at this country, they said we're gonna take this shit. Right? Was that being feminine? No. So we won, one up, going taking it out. That's not being feminine, it's being masculine. That's being masculine, Hakeem.
When the last time you ever heard somebody run that fade? When that last time you ever heard somebody say that?
Well, I hear a lot.
Just in general, not
for the younger generation, I hear a lot. Now the older generation, we too much. We gonna gun you down. We ain't we retire from fighting. But
listen.
Homies are still running fades on the block.
Crips I've yet to hear that. That's cat.
You ain't in that life like that.
Most of I hear them say that I'm about to get the fire. I'm about to get the stick.
I'm about to get it. So listen. A lot of younger guys are very emotional. So they're gonna do emotional things. That has nothing to do with war.
Okay, but that's not feminine, though, Hakeem.
That is feminine.
No, it's not.
That is feminine. Acting and emotion.
No, it's not. No, it's not. That's not feminine, Hakeem. That's not feminine. Now you may be a sore loser. You may want retribution or whatever it may be. That's not acting feminine. You're acting masculine. Now you want to talk about what's right and wrong. Now we can have the conversation. Right? Is it wrong to try to gaslight a situation that could be squandered, that could be put to bed? Now we can have that conversation. Now you're not fit. Now you may be unfit for leadership. You may be unfit to be a problem solver. Right, I'll give you that. But that doesn't make you feminine. It just makes you not a leader that everybody wants to follow because you don't know how to use reason, right, to get through shit. So this is why dudes who most likely are the leaders, they have the ability to discern whether to go to war or not. They're just not going over every dumb shit.
I don't know. This one is a tough one because I agree with what Ruthless is saying, and I agree with what Umar is saying as well, and Hakeem and everybody saying on the panel. But to me, I'm still conflicted on the aspect of the masculinity and the femininity. Because like I said, because we assume we both have both, but men is supposed to be more logical than women are. Women are supposed to act in emotion at all times, and we're supposed to be able to not because you can't really control someone's emotion, but able to tame it for a certain period of time.
Well, Rodney,
So it is.
are more logical. We are more logical than women. Okay, that doesn't take away from us still not being emotional. We're still gonna get emotional. Like if we're triggered, emotions are triggered. If somebody come up right next to you, sitting there, you and your homies sitting in Miami, right? And you come up, dot your homie, bam, and that emotion get triggered. Like, you know what I mean? You're not being feminine. You're not turning into a female. You're not feminine. Being feminine. Now you're getting angry, or you're getting because it hurts because this is your best friend. This is who you grew up with, or whatever. And now you're moving in your emotions. Let me let it like this: men are not as emotional as women.
Okay.
Meaning we do not get triggered as easy as women in a lot of different things. It just takes a lot more egregious stuff or more, I would say, more something that's a little bit more serious for us to get into that emotion. But the emotion's still there. We still have the propensity to be emotional. It doesn't mean we're acting like a woman. We're human. We still have emotions. We're just not more as invested as the women are. That's it. That's the only difference.
We have some serious issue within our community. I think I think these type of conversations needed. I think it's more healthy to talk about like emotion between masculinity and femininity because I think, like you say, Ruthless and Hakeem and Jordan stated, there's a lot of things that we don't know, and that's why we got to have these type of conversations so we can kind of understand it. Because one thing, Ruthless, like I said, I agree with you. I agree with Umar. I agree with Hakeem. I agree with Jordan. It's just that we just still gotta have these conversations because I think this generation, because we get misconfused because now you have younger generation. Like for example, when they lose the basketball game, they start crying. Then you have men telling them, "Why are you crying for? You don't. Men not supposed to cry." And you have women doing the same thing to that little boy.
That's what I'm saying, right? That is a incorrect statement, right? It's an incorrect gesture. If my mama dies and I cry, that don't make me less.
No, that's understandable. They'll say that's understandable. Yes.
Or if I lose a game that I was mostly invested into, and I tear up, it does not make me.
They call you soft. I know it don't, but they'll call you soft. They will call you soft.
Now here's where I'm gonna have to take you down memory lane. Yeah, you may call me soft, right? But that could then cost you your life.
Correct.
So that's the difference, right? That's the difference. A woman, you tell her, why you crying? You soft. She just leave me alone. Well, you tell a man, nigga, why you crying? You soft. He can take you out. And that can happen, or something bad can happen to you. That's what makes it we're us not feminine, right? Yeah, we cry because of emotion. We might build up and cry a little bit because of emotion. It just comes out. But I'm still that savage beast that can hurt you. I'm still masculine, nigga, at the end of the day. Don't get it twisted. Don't let these tears fool you. Let them school you. Don't let me being kind to someone or being respectful to someone underestimate my ability to take you out. And this is where a lot of men make the mistake because they underestimate because a person ain't always walking around looking tough and acting tough. That, he ain't shit. He feminine. Make that move. Make your move then. Then when that move you make, it better be your best one because it could be your last one. So this is why we have to keep things in perspective, right? And us men need to teach and understand that this is why we show respect or give respect because you do not want to trigger a dude and he unleashes masculinity on you and take you out. You don't want that. This is why you don't act like that. Whatever how you doing? Excuse me. That's why he said, pardon me. Right? Oh, how you doing? You just ain't walking up to dude saying, Yeah, you're feminine. You look feminine, nigga. You ain't doing that. So let's not let the propaganda of life like corrupt our mind and thinking that, oh, because we do crying, he's soft. Yeah, you might say that in your mind, but you might not want to tell him that. Right? You might not want to tell him that. You might not want to take that road. Because see what I'm saying? And I've seen it, and I have a little more experience than you guys because I've been on the highest levels of penitentiaries, walk the yards. You see what I'm saying? And I understand the one thing I understand gravely, right, is respect in the pen is currency. So you can go ahead and think a nigga soft if you want to. It could cost you a price that you don't really want to pay.
Okay, then let's come to the aspect of before we move forward. But this is the last one when it comes to the aspect of women masculinity, because a lot of men talks about that a lot. Women are being masculine on the panel. It's very unattractive. I don't want my woman masculine. I want my woman feminine. Go ahead, Akeem. Jordan, dive into that real quick before we move forward. Go ahead.
You want to know something? I've always had issues dealing with a combative, over masculine woman. So femininity is the key. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who's soft, easygoing, be able to respond to you in a way. It doesn't work off if you feel like you're talking to another man. So yeah, you know what I mean.
Why, Hakeem? Why you had to say it like?
But it's true though, man. Like
Hey.
something.
No, I agree with you, Akeem. Like I said, I was born around women. My mom, my grandmother, they've been nice, feminine. Talk nice. Know their manners and everything. Don't be cuss. Don't rarely cuss. If they do cuss, they never cuss around me and everything. And that's from when I saw that. That's what I wanted, and that's what I got. And hopefully, I teach my daughter to show feminine ways and everything because when it comes to these
Jordan said I
women,
know.
they be cussing like sailors like us and everything. I'm like that is not sexy. That is not whatsoever. I can't stand it.
Go ahead, Ruthless. Because Ruthless said, men should operate in both. Which I agree. They should be able to operate in both feminine and they masculine and also feminine. So go ahead.
No. So we operate masculine all the time. Now, if you exercise emotions, doesn't mean you're feminine. Women have masculine traits because they came from a man. That's what they call a woman, right? A woman.
Right.
The name on it is self-explanatory. So yes, there are parts of them masculine. Yes, they're born with that. Every woman's born with that, right? So they have that side of them. The femininity they enter because it gets them a lot more manipulation power, and also helps them. It's what they preferably like to do in a lot of situations. But as time is moving on, women are now operating more in their masculine trait because they're trying to match the energy of men because they want equality, right? This is what feminism is doing, right? It's women that thinking they're on men's level emotionally and mentally wise, and this is why they're challenging men for the throne, right? And this is where we're having a disconnect because men, they're attracted to her sweet side that she's been doing for centuries and centuries, and now that she's not giving that side up no more, the men will say, hey, we want that back. Come on, give it back. Now, this one goes back to sexual liberation, right? If you really think about that word sexual liberation, right? You got to imagine these men saw these women acting out in such a way where they had to put them in a box, basically in a jail cell of sexuality, right? And women fought for it to be what? Sexually liberated, like almost like getting out of prison, like they won their appeal. You know what I'm saying? And now the results are they're acting in a masculine state because they see that with their sexuality, they have garnered worship from men and the power to manipulate men to give them things without anything in return. Now they're just saying, fuck it, I'm not going to be nice about it anymore. Just cash at me, nigga. If you want to talk to me,
Hey, and then a nigga be like, hey, you want this cash? Fuck for it then. Fuck
Yeah.
Ford.
But I can't. They ain't doing that though. You know them boys don't be. They don't be talking like that.
Over here, you gonna have to do that.
No, but I can see. The only reason highlight made me comment because she's the only woman that engaging right now. So that's why I say I like the aspect of her speaking because it's true though. The only reason why some men see women are masculine is because the simple fact is those men are not. That's the reason why, and I agree with her on that statement.
But we have to understand that women and men are essentially, creatures of likeness in a lot of ways, right? The woman has every woman, one man, this is why you call him a woman, has masculine traits. But through history, she's been taught to operate in her femininity to garner, this is how they would catch the rich guy or the guy with great resources, right? They get his attention by being feminine and beautiful, right? Their beauty is their currency. Their beauty and their femininity is their currency. And back in those days, you know what I'm saying? That's what
And
they
it still
do.
is.
He come up, the guy with balling in royal cloth, pulling up on the carriages, jumping out, and she just hi, right, and looking fine. Okay, he's looking like, okay, this could be. That was what their currency was. Now their current, because they have access to resources like that we can get, right? They no longer have to act that way. Because if you do not like them or you do not pick them as a wife, they can still get their money. They have access to unlimited resources now that they don't need men or jump on men's back to get there anymore. In as far as relationship aspect, now they're getting it right just by manipulating and competing in the workplace and trying getting educated. All these things. They say yes, we're now equal to you guys, and in some cases they think they're better because they use our violent nature against us to make them look better. They think, oh yeah, we're better than you guys because look how you guys acting. Look how you guys delete people and this and that. Not knowing it without the threat of violence, right? Society would be untamed and it would be chaos and they would really lose, right? So they're wrong about that.
No, but look at White High's comment. Shout out to White High. He say, "Men are afraid to be themselves, fearing the 911 call." That is a fact. If men would warm themselves without them calling 911, they won't have no issue. But they are afraid of that 911 call. Now that, but shout out to No Chase that's also in the building, and also the mob father Ken Dog is also in the building. Shout out to him for being here. I know he's about to get ready to go to work. But I was saying, like, it makes a whole lot of sense. Mike Jones, we'll probably dive in on that topic on another day, but so we can answer that question. But right now we're talking about something totally different. But I get what he's saying about the African American missing a lot of money opportunities. We'll dive into that on another show. But thanks for the comment though, Mike Jones. Great to see you. I don't know which channel he's on. Was he on Jordan's side? I think so. I believe so.
He's on the chat. He's on the chat. He's on the Cal Switch Radio chat.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
great to see. I never seen him before. Great, great. Well, he must be a new subscriber. That's what I like to see. So, guys, if you're new to the show, just let us know if you're new to the show. So go ahead, Hakeem. Go ahead. I have to do something real quick, Hakeem. Go right ahead.
No, definitely. Man, I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat this, man. I need somebody who's gonna submit, follow orders, follow my lead, and not be combative and not be overly masculine. That's what I need. All that other stuff, I don't want no parts of that on the end of the community. That's what I'm striving for.
All right. Let's do one last quick topic we got here. Let's do one quick topic before the show went. So we got this one topic. This video went viral, and this was on a Pop on Balloon show. And this was a guy. He was picking, and the women there was popping their balloons. And there was one chick he walked towards and talked about, the number of baby daddies that she has. I think she had like 3 baby daddies.
Yep.
And she was asking like, the question about, why you always on all these baby daddies. and she said, having a baby daddy, it shouldn't matter how many baby daddies I have because the past is the past. Do we agree with that? Well, let's play the clip and we'll show what she's talking about, and after that, we'll chop it up.
Start off with your name and age.
I'm Shay, and I'm 37.
How you doing, Shay?
I'm doing amazing.
Shay, what do you do?
So I work for the county, and I have my own hair business and a few other little small businesses.
Okay. All right. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
So originally I was feeling it. I like I don't want to say a bad boy, but I like somebody that's outspoken. But the question of, I feel like you're challenging the women. Oh, how many baby daddies you got? And then, it's just, does that matter? You say future, so that's their past. It's not their future. How many kids do you have?
I have one daughter. She's 19.
Do you want more?
I do.
My balloon still pop because I don't want any more.
Okay.
You don't want any more?
Not at all.
You can't have any more. You choose not to have
any more. I have a
Okay.
almost 14-year-old. And
Okay. Yeah. Well, the reason for me asking their past about the baby daddies because it lets me know where they're going in their future. If you didn't want to have a baby daddy for the second time, then that lets me know that you was uncareful of what you're dealing with.
do you necessarily believe that somebody's past is their past that don't determine their future?
Not-
Because I mean, I can look at you and say like you made people make mistakes, and it could happen. I feel like once or twice, okay, some things become a choice, but your past doesn't determine.
When it
you.
comes to once is a mistake. Twice, that's on you.
Okay, so then say like you get into a relationship with somebody, you get married, and things don't work. So then I guess you made a mistake, and then so you once is a mistake, and then twice is. I don't believe in that because I believe things happen.
Sweetheart, twice is on you.
Okay,
You
but-
should have learned from that very first
No,
mistake. Okay,
lessons are
and
to be
not
learned.
saying that your child is a mistake, right?
Of course
But the
not.
fact that you chose the wrong man to have kids with, and secondly, not to have a marriage after the next one or before
Marriage
the next
doesn't
one.
determine, and I'm a person that wants to be married, but marriage don't determine anything. I done known people to be married for a long time and it don't work out, baby. So yeah, you are no, honey, but
Okay.
you're too aggressive now.
No problem. Well, the aggressiveness that comes from a Southern man, right?
Baby, let me explain
And we
something to
stand
you.
on what we talking
My roots
about.
come from Texas, so.
Okay, I'm from New Orleans.
Okay, so
you know what I
the
mean.
South,
So
the
when
battles
you,
of the South.
All right,
like I
Brian,
said again.
Brian, let's move on. Let's
Okay.
move on. Let's
No
move on.
problem. Have a good day, love.
We can start off with your name and age.
I'm Shay, and I'm 37.
How you doing, Shay?
I'm doing amazing.
Shay, what do you do?
So I work for the county,
I
and
can't
I
say
have
that's
my
it.
own hair business and a few other little small businesses.
Yeah, so do you guys agree with her about, even though she got a multiple baby daddies, the past is the past, and the past should not determine your future on relationships?
The past. Go ahead. I can't gonna go first.
No, real quick. It does matter, and it does show
I agree with Hakeem.
your level of discernment, how mature you was, and what type of decision making you made. And so now it's more reflective. So like I'm gonna say this, and it might sound weird. So let's say, for instance, if you have 2 or 3 baby kids from different people on both ends, now it look like you moving different. Now, if you was married, left a relationship, got married again, and that was the explanation, that's different. But if no marriage was involved, then we got to look at this as another one. Now, a person who doesn't have kids is going to look at somebody who's made the decision to have 3, 4 kids from different people as, okay, you was careless out here. So what's your so you let me know that your decision making is basura, 0. So I can't fuck with that. Go ahead.
For me, I agree with you. I agree with you, Hakeem. Like I said, I'm all about if you want to have kids, make sure you marry before you carry. I'm big on that. And to me, now having a child and everything, and to see how people make decisions of just having a baby, just wanting having a baby. And the thing is, it's like you make a decision, you want to have a baby, but the thing is, the baby they get bigger. They don't be babies no more. And then once you don't have a baby no more, you have a toddler and you have a kid and everything. Sometimes you think about the stuff that's like, oh man, I shouldn't have did this, even though I wanted the kid, now I wanted the baby, now I expect something like this and everything, and then now you make that mistake and everything. And some people they'll do it over and over and over again, have multiple babies and go with multiple baby daddies, and then when they turn mid-30s and 40s, they realize, oh dang, I made a mistake and everything, and hopefully my kids don't do what I do. So yeah, but yeah, it's like I said, when it comes to you having kids, and it shouldn't affect your future. Of course, it's going to affect your future, because now you're going to be in a situation as if a man is trying to get with you, if you got kids and everything, a lot of men is not going to look for that. Especially men that are single men, usually they want to have a woman with no kids, and they want to build a legacy for themselves. And a lot of people don't. And like I said, so like for her, she doesn't realize it, but for men that are single out there, they have no kids, they are very valuable, because some men, or most men, that try to build a legacy, possibly having being married or not married at all, possibly building a legacy or anything like that. But yeah, when it comes to your past, it does count, just like your credit report. Credit report checks your credit history. That matters. So it's what it is. Go ahead, Ronnie.
No, I'm gonna say your history does play a big part. That's why you got to be careful. I always mention that to people. Whatever you do now can also affect your tomorrow. Like for example, right now, if I want to game bang, one time Rufus even told me like, Ronnie, are you really about that life? Because if you're really about that, are you really about to go? You really could handle the pen. And when he briefly said that, it does make it register in my mind. It's true. Whatever decision I make today could also affect me in the near future, because then I might end up in the pen, then get out of the pen. Now my life become very, very difficult. Like you said, Jordan, you made a great statement when you talk about the credit history. You see how they look at your history, because your history is very important, especially with the black people. Same thing, they look at our history from slavery and all these other things that black people have endured and also prosper and also conquered. All that plays a part. But for her, I don't think it should limit her love, because like love come in all forms and all shapes. I know she will find somebody, because there is a lot of guys that don't mind being a stepdad that will take on the responsibility of her, bad decision making she made in the past. But however, it will affect no, but it will affect her today, because a lot of men might say, "I don't want to deal with you because you have all these kids." Her dating option is down, but she just has to realize those things. Go ahead, Ruthless.
Well, I have to go against the grain. I have to go against the grain, Hakeem. Once again, I've been going against the grain all the time.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm proud of you. I like pushback. To me, I like it. You know why it's good? Because it's good because some people agree in what you're saying. Some people agree with what we're saying. That's what makes it a great dialogue. But go ahead, Rufus. You did a amazing job.
I have a different outlook on it, right? Because I've seen both sides of the stick. I've seen women with children end up with great relationships, and I've seen women with no children in great relationships. I've seen women with no children destroy relationships. I've seen women with children destroy relationships. So I believe, honestly, if you really want to succeed in this world and you want to have something that, a companion, you can't really look at their past in totality. You have to look at the here and the now, right? And their mindset towards you and what value they can bring you, and is this who you willing to take a risk with? Because no matter what woman you pick, whether she have kids or not, it's a risk. You're taking a gamble, right? Okay, so once again, right, we've seen women. What's the woman had? Was married 25 years, stay-at-home mom. He gave her everything. She said, "You know what? I'm having an epiphany. I'm divorcing you, and I'm going out and hit the road. Give me some new men. Threw it all away just because, right? Not because he was doing anything wrong. So just because you get a woman who don't have a past, who don't have children, and don't all that, doesn't mean she's going to finish the journey with you. Doesn't mean she's not going to switch up, right? It's all about the mindset. It's all about how she is to you on a day-to-day basis and what you're judging. Because if you just keep looking at her past, then you'll never get married, right? Because you also, if you do keep looking at the past and the past is decorated, you also miss red flags that she has present within herself that has nothing to do with her children. Right? Her personality just might be a fucked up personality. Or she just might have anger management issues. She might have mental health issues. Right? She might be an alcoholic. She might be irresponsible. Nothing to do with having baby daddies. Nothing to do with having, you know what I mean? Doing it, making it right. No, she just a fucked up person. So, and these things are not always up front, right? It takes time. And if you fall in love with this person within the time of your vetting or courting, once again, back to the emotions, right? Emotional attachment. And then some things start coming out and you try to fix it, hoping it can fix itself, but it's too late because you're already there. Then sometimes you just have to dive in there and get your head splat, right? Even though you knew how many people marry knowing that it might not work. And that's it. Do you know most marriages are built on a very big argument? They break up, stops it, and then he comes back, gets a ring, would you marry me? After they done fought. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? After they done broke up.
I agree with that.
And then one day he comes back, I want to marry you.
True.
Right? A lot of these cases, this is how these marriages come about. So
true.
We have to be honest with ourselves that when we're out here, right? First of all, you don't know who you're going to fall for. You don't know. That's why I'm trying to tell you, Ronnie Bone. You cannot dictate emotions. You cannot dictate who you're going to have a vision for, who you're going to be. Or you can't. You don't listen. Tomorrow's not even promised you to be living.
True.
You see what I'm saying?
That's why I live for today. That's why I live. That's fact. That's why I live for today. I tell Hakeem and Jordan out all the time.
Oh yeah. So if you find a woman you want to roll the dice with, and you've been looking and searching, and there's been so many different variables, so many nuances, and you say, you know what, I'm going in with this one, regardless of the outcome. Stand on it. Stand on it. So instead of trying to look for so how many baby daddies you got? What's your body count? So do you drink or this that? That does not going to get you to the place any faster.
But Ruthless, we know this to be true, and I tell Hakeem and Jordan this all the time. We know at the end of the day, guys are gonna still continue to date single baby mamas. They're gonna still sleep with them. It's not gonna stop. Even guys on the panel be like, I don't deal with baby mamas. They be lying their A off. But I'm just saying that for her, it's just gonna be difficult because most men today don't even make enough to take care of 3 kids. It's just some men just don't.
But now let me tell you a new statistics that's not been yet. Baby mamas are better qualified to be married than single women.
I ain't gonna lie, Hakeem. He kind of got a point on that, but that's why we're for another show. But he got a point. He got a point. Hey, Ruthless, I have to pick you back on that one because you have a good point on that one. Me and Hakeem were literally talking about that. We were literally talking about that. That's crazy. Look, no, Hakeem smiling because we literally were talking. Me and Hakeem were literally talking about that.
They're already in a place of motherhood, and they're already, you know what I mean? So they look more desirable.
That's crazy.
They look more desirable for a better foundation of stability because they're taking care of kids, going to work. Most single men are doing this. They're partying. They're doing. Who knows what they're doing? But these women come home this kid. They've been responsible. It's desirable. Yeah. It's more desirable.
Man, that's really. I ain't gonna lie, that's a good topic. We gotta Jordan, you gotta write that thing down so we don't forget. That's actually good. Because me and Hakeem was talking about that. We was just talking about that. Because don't get me wrong, even though there's a lot of single women with no kids, but it's something about a woman with kids. I don't know. It's like that. And you gotta come back for that one. Don't forget. I'm gonna call you to remind you, like, hey, you gotta come on. Cause that is a good talk. I hope nobody don't take it, because people be watching our shows. So I hope nobody in the space take it. So, but that's a good topic.
Yeah,
good one. But you guys know it's about that time. It's about that time. It's about that time. And also, why I agree with you with this. This is the first time why I agree with you the whole night. He literally agree with you. So I was trying to tell you, like you was on point. I give you that. I like it. 70 Walkers, I think he was on point. She didn't even come on the panel. That's why I know you was on point. But now we have a shot. But like guys, you already know it's about that time. It's about that time. Now that special shout out to Rufus too for coming on the panel. I'm not gonna lie, it was a great dialogue. Thank you, my brother, for being here, man. You killed it today. I'm not gonna lie, you created, bro. You need to start your channel, man. You got some knowledge to you.
Yeah,
You
it's almost
changing,
done.
Rufus.
It's almost done for
Okay,
me.
you changing. You changing, big dog. You changing. You said I got you in the atmosphere, so we got you there.
I ain't changing it. You
Huh?
just getting to know me better. That's all.
Mm.
We'll take that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, but it was an amazing. I'm not gonna lie, amazing show. I love I love dialogue like this because we're able to learn. She's like, Mimi say, hell no, me too. So and not only that, but I say I love Natasha Vincent. She always on the money. I be like, bro, Natasha Vincent, you need to come up here and end the show one day. You need to just come up here in the show. But yeah, Mimi, I agree with you. Ruthless was on it tonight. Even Mimi agrees with you. I'm shocked. Bobby Bryan agree with you. That's crazy. Ruthless, you doing something, big dog. What you drinking? Jumping Hills? What they got in Cali? Oh, Jordan for the drink. What they got in Cali? I forgot what water y'all got in Cali. Poland Spring. No, that's New York.
Arrowhead.
Airhead, y'all.
Yeah. It was an Arrowhead, yeah.
Zephyr Hills is Florida drink on us. That's why Florida crazy. We got that Zephyr Hill water. And then New York got Poland Spring. But not only that, but shout out to those I was watching us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, and also Kid. We really do greatly appreciate you guys. Guys, make sure on the way out, please make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember, we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time. And then again, special shout out to Ruthless Truth. We love the dialogue, my brother. You always welcome on this panel. Wherever you need from us, just let us know. Man, we just love you being here. I'm not gonna lie. You teach us a lot. Look, you changing Hakeem's mind. No one changed Hakeem's mind. Not even me. You changing his mind, Rufus.
I've been liberated.
He been set free. I couldn't even change Hakeem's mind. I knew Hakeem over 20 years.
We just gotta squeeze that last bit of simpism out of him.
Hey, yeah, Rufus True channel's in the chat. So guys, please make sure you go over there and subscribe. He's getting ready to go. He's really getting ready to go live pretty soon on his channel. You know, we'll be there, you know, celebrate with him when he goes live. Not only that, but special shout out to Ashton Williams. He came on the channel. You know, he having his difficult time over there in Houston. Prayer go out to him and his family and everybody that was affected by that storm. Yeah, Rufus Houston is doing bad right now. That flood, that storm was serious.
Yeah.
Serious. But shout out to Ashton, man. You know, I'm glad that he's doing okay. You know, we all send our love and prayer to you, my brother. Go ahead, Ruthless.
Yeah, I was wondering why he hasn't been doing the show.
Yeah, his appointment is done.
Yeah.
Done. He put it on his channel. If you go on the channel, it's on the community tab. So yeah, go over there, send some love to Ashton on his community tab. If y'all have his phone number, go out and reach out to him. Yes, go ahead.
He need to hit me up if he needs some money, some resources.
Yeah. Do you got his IG? I send it to you. Got his IG? No.
I think I got his IG.
Yeah, just hit him up. He have a little bit of internet connection. You know, I was able to know. Shout out to Mimi. She was able to like give information on how Ashton is doing. So that's why I'm able to know like he's doing okay. And also, I came to reach out to Ashton. I reached out to him through IG and also on YouTube. So
I reached him on YouTube as well.
Yeah, so I would say you guys go over there, send some love. You know, a lot of people sending love to him. You know, it was difficult time over there. Houston is facing. But the crazy thing is, they still without power. That's the crazy thing. They still without power. For Texas to be that big, and for them to be without power like that doesn't make any sense. Florida don't even play. After the hurricane's gone, the power come on literally in the next 2 days to be on.
Because Florida's
so
always
without power. Go ahead.
Florida's always prepared, you know, because Florida is always in the hurricane zone. And Texas, they're not really prepared like that.
Yeah, because they don't really get. I know they get tornadoes. I just found out now that they do get tornadoes and hurricanes, but it's not like Florida.
Right.
So you know, but special love and shout out to Ashton. That would say we send our love and prayer. Not only that, we also send our love and prayer to Sherry Bryan, Bobby Bryan, Gorilla Bat, and also Sky as well. We just found out today from Bobby that he's doing well. So that's great news. Shout out to Stephanie Watkins because she actually prayed on the live. So you know that was. Man, Stephanie Walker is amazing. Like I love stuff like that. Like able to give back to the community. That's what Chaos is all about. Is giving back to the people that give to us. So it's good to see that. Hakeem, don't start crying. Cry when the show's over. Remember that's feminine. Now,
I get
but
it.
special but also shout out to the lovely Mimi for being in the building. It's great. We love your great commentary, Mimi. On great pushback, everything that you give us great information on femininity. We really do greatly appreciate that. Shout out to the mom, mother, Natasha Vincent is also in the building. She also put the link in the chat to get the Chaos Culture Radio gear and also Ruthless Truth channel. So guys, go over there and subscribe to the channel. Shout out to Kendall, mom, father, who also was in the building. Shout out to Wyatt High. And why I say true, Hakeem, even when I was on vacation, I saw he came over here still showing love.
No, always,
Shout out to Why High,
always,
who's always in the
Yep.
building. Shout out to No
always.
Chaser, who's always in the building. Shout out to Del
They
Long, who
always
came
stand in no
through.
business.
Always. Shout out to Gore for also coming in the building. We really do greatly appreciate it. Shout out to Mike Jones who came through. He had a topic for us, Jordan. I don't know if you can see. You probably go watch the playback. He was talking about African, how they're missing out on a lot of U.S. dollars. So I think that would be a good topic to look into.
You might do a financial topic on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to the lovely Stephanie Watkins, who also was in the building. Shout out to Jabbar, who also be watching in while he's working. We really do greatly appreciate it. Shout out to Fresh Sound Urban Noise, who also be helping me, Hakeem, and Jordan in the back. They be helping us with the analytics, and I have to give them a special shout out. Not only that, but guys, they also make music. Go check out some of their remixes that's out now. They have remixes with Drake. They had remixes with Kendrick Lamar that they did themselves. Them boys out there be working. Hakeem, I gotta get a shout out. Shout out to King Hitter Show, who's also was in the building. Shout out to Genesis After Dark, who's also was in the building. I can't forget. You already know Sugar Bum was here. And not that, but special shout out to Granville. It was also his birthday yesterday, and also special shout out to Thanos. It was also his birthday yesterday. So guys, if you know those guys, wish him a happy birthday. Shout out to Thanos. I don't know how. I think he's around Hakeem's age, I believe. So I think he was like 43. I think so. 43. Shout out to Thanos. I wish him a greatly good happy birthday, long life, long living, longevity, all of that, and also Granville.
On Fatty's channel right now. They're doing debate with him.
Yeah, they're doing debate. I'm doing debate. I'm finna go watch it too as well. So shout out to those guys. I know Thanos go and watch the playback, and I know I just want to make sure to give him a special shout out. And now that shout out to Big Herm. It was also his birthday as well. Shout out to one of my homeboys too, who recently just lost his mom, but he's doing okay. The funeral was this week, so special prayer goes out to him. And shout out to all you guys that always tune in each and every day when we go live. We really do greatly appreciate it, especially on Twitch, Kick. Guys, make sure you follow. It's very important. Not only that, but make sure you go to Chaos Culture Radio community tab. In the community tab, there's a Chaos Culture Radio t-shirt with me and Jordan have on the Chaos Culture Radio hats. We have other different type of hats and also gear. The one I'm gonna tell Hakeem to work on next. Hakeem, we need jackets. I can't hear you.
Oh, you're on the phone. You're gonna do the jacket.
We need to get some jackets, bro, because winter's coming up. Well, LA don't really get cold. Miami and Florida don't really go, but I still love jackets.
Yes, we do. We do.
Oh, y'all get cold?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, yeah, I do. At night. Yeah, I forgot. At night.
That Pacific Ocean ain't no joke.
Yeah, so Chaos Culture Radio jackets coming soon. So guys, be on the lookout. You know it's coming soon when me and Jordan rocking it. So you know it's gonna be coming. So I'm gonna talk. I can't say he's gonna be working on that.
When we get big, when we get real big, we need to get some varsity jackets.
Oh yeah. With our name on it.
Yeah, when we get big. Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, Urban. I forgot Cali have mountains. I traveled to Cali and then I forgot they literally had mountains. But Hakeem, we gotta get them jackets. Bro, we get them jackets, bro. We all in, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once we cross that,
shout out to Chaos Culture Radio. We gonna get jackets with the hoodies. Oh man, Hakeem, we're doing it, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, we're gonna be doing it. But shout out to you guys. So be on the lookout for that, and also the Chaos Culture Radio coffee mug. You see that? I don't know, Hakeem. Is there any possibility to get the thermo? What they call it? The one that keep your food hot.
Thermal cups.
Yeah,
thermal cups.
There's possibility.
If it's that, already know. You let me know. You already know I'm buying it firsthand. But yeah, come over here, guys. And also, don't forget Prince Hakeem book, Black Love. The other book is currently unavailable, but Hakeem is still working on it to put it back on the shelf. Yeah. Only 3 copies already sold, but he had to take it off because of Amazon. But he's going to be still working on that in the back. So he'll let us know. And then as soon as he let us know, I will let you guys know to go ahead and purchase his second book. And not only that, Hakeem also working on another book. He's working on the 3rd book too as well. So be on the lookout, guys. He didn't tell me what it's gonna drop, but when it drops, you guys will be informed. So guys, come over here, support the platform. We really do greatly appreciate you guys. Like always, thank you for tuning in to Cal Culture Radio.
We
We
are
over and out. Enjoy your